ladies and gentlemen, we're currently here with these individuals, and it looks like I've got, those are the people that are really excited up there. Okay, so, thank you guys for stopping by. We're going to get the overview of what happened on Connery. We're going to go ahead and bring you some screenshots of the in-game footage to show you guys the total scores and go down the list. For now, we have these individuals here that we're going to go and interview and learn about their game and what happened. And right now, we've got CIK, Dim Giants Army, we got DPSO, Pigs, Prey, SKL, and VCO. If you want to know where VCO and Prey are from, those are from the Emerald server. We didn't get a chance to give them a longer overview. We're going to go ahead and hear them as soon as we finish with Connery. And there's more and more players coming in. I'm going to move them out of that channel because this is going to be funny. Who knows Jared B and, he's Fool. Awesome.
Oh,
Okay.
I do.
I know George.
Awesome.
Yeah, Jared was one of my squad leaders for Charlie.
Okay, great. Let me go ahead and bring him in. He's probably very confused why he's in that channel up there. Let's go.
I'm being segregated.
This is hilarious. Everybody, that's hammered up there extremely.
Oh yeah,
hammered.
they are memeing as hard as they can, and it is hilarious. We all had a good laugh as we saw Pigs, quote unquote, enter the chat.
Oh god.
I just wanted to say to everyone, GG's. Everything was great live on stream. Tail Toiga, shots. Hammered had a great time. I'm out.
Take care, buddy. Awesome. It looks like I actually brought one of the hammered guys in. Oh my god. These guys love pigs so much, and you guys basically created such an influence to them. It's awesome. Let's go ahead and start with the gold rank match. We're going to go and start with, it looks like I don't have Fear here or Recursion here.
Hang on 1 second. Let me see if I can get Jared in here.
Awesome. I can go ask if someone wants to talk for Recursion. Give me like a minute or two.
Take your time. Go ahead and do that. We're going to go ahead and basically go in order. We'll come back to Recursion if they stop by in time. So I'm going to go ahead and put in the timer here to give you guys that time you guys deserve. And then I'm going to have the time to pass out for the greatest sleep of my life. All right. So CIK, we're going to start with you, and then we'll go to Recursion and Fear if they're actually available. If not, we'll go to Silver, and then Bronze, learn about all those different aspects. CIK represented right here tonight. Stroke TN, which is the nude doll. All right. How you doing?
Hey, Arshee, good to have you. Or good to have you, excuse me. Thanks for having me.
Of course. Dude, so tell me about your qualifying round. Like, you guys pushed yourselves incredibly hard. Fool was right behind you guys, and Pigs was confused. I saw the video. People were telling me all about it. I mean, there's so much history and culture here. I don't think I can actually ask for not hearing about it. So tell me about your situation. What did you guys do to rise up the ranks for the third match? The third day?
Yeah, so I think in general, just qualifiers were definitely miles ahead of where they were for the first Outfit War. I think that having it over a 3-day period as opposed to 2 weeks really allowed the competition to step up an appropriate level for Outfit.
Sorry to interrupt. Arshee, Recursion is coming.
Awesome. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I just brought Medieval Welder right now. I'm waiting to see if Disenfranchised is going to come as well. And I think that will be basically it. But Welder, is Disenfranchised coming or no? Welder is right there, I think. Okay, we'll wait for him. Continue, Stroke.
Yeah, I believe he's on his way.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Also drag Ironroids down. He's with me.
Awesome. Tell Ironroids if you don't mind him to put the OO tag. That'd be great if he doesn't know how to do that. There you go.
Arshee, can I quickly? Could you drag Jared down in here?
Roger that. He's coming in. I just didn't know if he was Jared from Pigs or freaking Hammered.
No, it's Jared from Pigs.
Yeah, I know. Hammered is extremely hammered right now. I couldn't tell if that was really a Pigs or not anymore. Okay, here we go. We have all these individuals. We're going to start with Stroke the Noodle. Stroke the Noodle, one more time. Can you tell me where you're from, what server, everything, so that way people know during the overview that we just started, we know what server we're talking about. Stroke the Noodle, everybody from CIK.
Sure. So I was the PL for CIK tonight, and we're on Connery TR.
Connery TR, and they're called Communications is Key. And tell me about your qualifying rounds. I'd love to know how you guys got there. What did you guys do in day 3? That was where the tipping point was, right?
Absolutely. I mean, we had platoons fielded for pretty much the entire qualifying period. And then towards the end, we were kind of tooth and nail. We noticed that the disparity on the other two factions was a little bit more kind of shifted. Like the top place for the Vonu and Recursion, or not Recursion, the Vonu and the NC outfits were 4 or 5,000 points ahead of their next competitors. Versus on TR, it was neck and neck between the three competitors, us and Fool and Unity. So we pretty much not fought them, but competed against them tooth and nail. And then we actually had a bastion crafted for the last couple minutes there. It actually just finished crafting in time, so we were able to pull it and get that extra point lead on Fool and push ourselves over. So
Wow.
we aimed to have 3 bastions per each night, or excuse me. So obviously one bastion per night, and by doing that, we had officers logging on in order to allocate resources, craft components at odd hours in the day. That way we could field 1 bastion per qualifying day. That way we could maximize the amount of points. So I think that's how we got that final point lead on the goblins. Was we were able to pull a bastion in the last 15 minutes of qualifying or so.
Wow. That is freaking epic, man. And so
Sure.
you guys got to the gold. You guys know that the first Alpha Wars, you guys did not. I think you guys did sign up. You were a bronze rank, and it wasn't the same as far as the actual numbers going across. This one is incredibly difficult. Why was this one difficult compared to the other one? That the numbers where pigs were basically at the top with their percentage. Did you guys not try as hard as the previous one?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like that kind of has like a negative connotation towards it, towards and not necessarily a negative connotation, but we were pretty fortunate in the sense that we're a pretty sizable outfit to where we didn't have to have people on at all times of the night, and we were kind of able just to run things as business as usual and not have to worry about qualifying. We didn't really have a coordinated effort to kind of qualify for gold as we did for the second round of Outfit Wars. But that was just down to I think that pretty much the common consensus within CIK was that the mechanics for qualifying for the second round was far better than the first, in the sense that we only had 3 days as opposed to 2 weeks of constant grind.
I
So,
feel you.
yeah.
Makes total sense. Well said. And can you tell me about what was your plan going in? Did you actually do any research on streams of before, like on YouTube of Outfit Wars, and checking out what the tactics were? Did you guys come up with your tactics on your own? What was your plan, if you're willing to share anything?
Sure. So yeah, we had extensive talks among our leaders, right? We kind of employed a bunch of different tactics in order to make sure that our cohesion was, to our seemingly best degree. So we had all of our squads and our rosters kind of formed around a bit over a of actually participating in the outfit war, and because of that, we're able.
Sorry, you cut out in the middle of your speech.
Yeah, sorry about that.
No.
So we had our squads kind of formed over a week before the actual event took place, and because of that, we were able to have our squads kind of running and practicing with each other before the actual event took place. So that was one of the things that we did, and on top of that, I would say our overall doctrine would be it was similar to what we tried to do for the first round of Outfit Wars, in the sense that we tried to play reserved until a certain point margin, and then after that we plan to kind of flex out and go on the offensive. Obviously, in hindsight, being 2020, that wasn't the best course. We definitely didn't expect vehicles to play the prominent role that they did tonight. So
Very, very cool. And so you're saying that you're expecting more aircraft?
Well, vehicles in general, including air and ground. We focused heavily on infantry, which is something that we noticed was more the meta for the first round of Outfit Wars. So I think that we kind of fell into a false sense of security in thinking that the first round of Outfit Wars was going to be reflective of the second round, or the second round is going to be reflective of the first, excuse me. So I think that was a fundamental, not error, but it was something that we didn't account for in our tactical planning. We had a bunch of different allocations on the infantry side of things, but where I feel that we didn't really plan was for vehicles. We had certain degrees of preparation to deal with vehicles in the sense of AV. We relied heavily on the Striker. Obviously, that did not do us good, and I think moving forward, we're going to have to learn from this and adapt.
Very well. Well said. I appreciate it. And
Sure.
what was a thing that stood out to you when you fought Recursion or No Fear? Like the things that you're like, holy crap, on No Fear, like that's like a good compliment you can give him on Recursion. just some like positive feedback towards both of them, saying like, "Hey, I really enjoyed you seeing this from you guys." What was the things that stood out?
Sure, absolutely. So for recursion anyway, obviously it's going to be the vehicles, right? I think that we were kind of lulled into a sense that the first round of Outfit Wars was going to be very infantry based, and we kind of we assumed that because the first round was very infantry based, that the second round would be. So I guess the best way to put it is that we applaud you guys for taking the step into bringing it into a combined arms state of things, as opposed to just purely infantry. That's kind of like the powerhouse of CIK. That's where we operate comfortably, is in infantry ops. And outside of that, we are definitely in need of more experience in running coordinated groups of armor and just having people experience in armor in general. So that definitely took us by surprise. We definitely did not expect armor to have the pivotal role in, in how it did and how it turned out tonight.
Very well said. I looked at a lot of armor from Recursion too. I was very shocked about that. But one of the things that stood out to me that I haven't seen anybody else use in all the outfit matches I watched, except for I didn't get a chance to watch Miller, is when they used that the bubble that completely cut off a certain portion to allow players to just stand there and headshot you guys. I was just like, oh my. I was like, that was a pretty good tactic on their part, knowing that they actually would use the bubble half circle versus covering it as a whole. It was similar to what we see at tech plants and stuff like that, where people would put those celestial shields to cover the vehicle bay and things like that, which was really, really cool to see in Outfit Wars from that. And then I saw you guys. You guys kept applying pressure, man. You didn't stop. Well done on your part, man. You guys just kept going after it. And I was like, damn, CIK is not dead. And then I saw some really cool things from Fear. I never met them before, and so watching Fear foot circuit all the way across, I'm like, what's going on? Oh, what's going on? Holy! I was like, what the heck? Oh my god! And they basically start taking those points. I don't think Recursion even knew you guys were foot circuiting into the space. That's why they left, and then they basically had the defensive position, which was really cool. Thank you so much, Stroke. Anything else you want to add before I go over to Fear, and then we're going to go Recursion?
Sure, absolutely. I just wanted to add that, this is definitely going to be a tremendous learning experience for us. And I think that there's a lot of tactics and things that we can kind of capitalize on and really grow as a group and as an outfit. And, we're definitely not down in the dirt from this. We're definitely already gathering feedback and looking for ways to improve and, get back up and keep chugging along. So I think in the grand scheme of things, we're kind of appreciative that we got beat in the fashion that we did, because it's we got beat by methods that we would be very uncomfortable running in at the moment ourselves, right? So I think that just shows that we have so much more room to grow, which is certainly a good thing. And
that's a great thing,
I think myself and the rest of the CIK administration is definitely willing to tackle that task and grow us to the best degree possible.
I love the fact that you guys are administration. I cannot wait to get to see the different corporate structure you've got. Just kidding.
You'd be surprised, man.
Oh my, this guy. I love to see it, man. But again, thank you so much, Stroke, for that share. I'll come back to you at the very end so we can get you guys to talk about the game developers, all that stuff. Let's go ahead and go to Fear. Fear, how you doing?
We're doing good.
Can you tell me more about yourself? I never got a chance to know who you are because I haven't done an Alpha Spotlight with you. I'm the ignorant person who didn't reach out. I do an Alpha Spotlight, and if anybody's interested, you're more than welcome to do an RSVP on the very top. That gives me a chance to get to know you guys and also get to know me and share who you are to everybody. So this is actually a mini version of that. Would you like to tell me what server you're on, all that stuff?
All right, so basically, like, my background is like I'm a on and off player. I'm really getting back into it. I've been playing since like 2014, and so before I started Fear, like 4 or so months ago, I ran with a small outfit called the Desert Ducks. They kind of died, so I went out and I created my own outfit called No Fear, and we're a community of guys that really like to have fun. We like to have a good laugh and try somewhat. We're not like tryhards, but like we like to have a little bit of fun. And we were just like, hey, let's see how we'll do in Outfit Wars, and here we are.
Well said. Well said. And so, what was your experience like when you basically pushed to gold? And I'm just like, who's No Fear? My question: were you shocked when you hit gold ring?
Yeah, we were a little shocked. We really didn't do anything special. We just did our normal ops. Like we do ops every day.
Oh,
and
wow.
so we just did our normal stuff, except we did it for like 8 hours or whatever in the day.
Was it Friday,
Yeah.
Saturday, Sunday, all 8 hours?
On it, there's enough of us where it did turn into that, but a lot of us only did like 4 or 5 hours each day.
Okay. And
And
so I guess
so-
that was it. Would I be able to say the competition wasn't fierce for NC?
Well, I would say it was somewhat there. It was I would say a lot of the bigger outfits like WTech and all FIFA, they sat this one out. So so we just doing our normal ops. We took first place. So we'll see what happens next time when the some of the other bigger outfits start trying again too.
Awesome. Thank you so much for that share. And you want to tell me anything that stood out to you in the middle of the match against Recursion or CIK? Have you ever faced them before, like in the main server, like things like that?
No, yeah. So we fought Recursion a bunch in the main server when they were playing Vanu. So definitely the most interesting thing was how they had both an armor division and an air division at the same time. It complemented each other very well. They also used the Citadel shields very nicely.
Yeah, that stood out to me very well. I was like, what is happening? That was really cool.
And everybody knew that we were going to go after Recursion, so I figured they were pretty smart. They were able to fortify A really, really well. And we just didn't. We played at the very beginning really badly. We kind of got like their air force destroyed us, and so like we went into this without requirements. We were just out there to have fun, see how we would do. We're definitely improve next time. Want to give the Recursion props on their overwhelming win.
No, that's not. I wouldn't consider that overwhelming win. You guys did good. An example of an overwhelming win would be you guys can't take a point anymore. You're literally stuck at base, and now you don't have no more cordium. That's not overwhelming compared to what you guys did. You kept applying yourselves. I don't know why you guys put zero. I really want to ask that question. You guys were on foot. What was that point for doing that? Is that a strategy? What was going on? I was flipping out.
No, so I think what happened is we just didn't have our vehicles at the time. Recursion was destroying like everything we had, and we just happened to run across the field to the base. And
when you said you didn't have the vehicles, you had the cordium, but you didn't want to go back to get the vehicles, so you said, okay, where it's faster to go across run, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I agree. That was actually probably better.
I gotta chime into that Footcirc thing, dude. That's some of the funnest Planetside right there.
Yep.
Amazing.
That was epic. I was just like, what is
and you got to the relic, like it wasn't wrong at all.
You got there. I was like, it actually worked. I thought you would have got air farmed on the way there. And I was like, they got anti-air. They got something that's going to prevent them. And they're at the relic. No, what the f***? It's like, they got there. I was like, I didn't expect you to get there across. First time seeing a Footcirc, and I was like, it actually worked. Really cool.
Another thing we need to work on is our base building. Definitely there was a disconnect there in our leadership. Our base building needs to be worked on just a little bit. It was a good attempt, but I think next time we're going to dedicate more people to building bases and like fortifying points, because we didn't really do that. And then there was also the time where we were CIK and we were fighting at Relic I, which it wasn't our best strategy, to be honest. The two losing outfits fighting over a relic. It's just some things that we need to work on for the next time. So
No worries.
like CIK was saying, we need to grow. We were relying too much on infantry. We need to Recursion controlled the sky the whole time.
Mm-hmm. What is do you mind if I ask some questions over the Recursion? And I would love to know your opinion before I do that. Also for you guys, Stroke, you guys both described that you guys still have a learning experience. If I ask the team that beat you and they tell you basically not directly but indirectly on things that you can do to improve, is that disrespectful if I ask that question?
I could say personally, we're, at least for CIK, I can only speak, we're never adverse to constructive criticism.
Cool. And what about you, Fear, Dominicate?
We're 3 months in. We any constructive criticism, as long as it's not like insults.
No, nobody insults in this zone. Everybody, it's just like a neutral space. Think of it like we run a sanctuary right now. That's the same thing. And there's no point, because the whole point of my streams and what I'm trying to do is to elevate this game's culture to give you all a chance to have better Planetside franchise games. And the only way we can actually do that is to say, hey, we've freaking had a great co-opetition. We beat the crap out of each other. But in the end, we need to basically elevate the game and be positive about it and make the developers excited to making material. And getting your friends and everybody not super stressed out, because some people can be overwhelmed, because they want to win. And sometimes winning is not a good idea if you don't have the experience to win. So don't force those thought processes. I used to be a platoon leader and outfit leader. I made a lot of mistakes. But anyways, as you can tell how hyper I can get, but not this one. I'm so sorry. I almost passed out at one point. So let's go back over to Disenfranchised from the top, and then we'll go to Iron Roids, and then we'll go all the way to the bottom. Oh, no, there he is. Wilder was on the bottom earlier. And we'll go to all the 3 recursion guys. And then let's hear their points of view. Congratulations on your win on the gold rank batch. Disenfranchised, tell me who you are and let everybody know about what is your position in recursion. Are you a new member? Are you like the CEO? What is it?
So I'm disenfranchised. I'm from Connery. Obviously, I fight for recursion. My position in the outfit is I am an officer, but I am also the ambassador to other outfits on the server.
He's HR.
HR. I am also HR inside, and I also am the spokesperson for recursion. So
HR is human resources, basically. If you have a problem with recursion, go to disenfranchise. Is that correct?
Basically, yeah. If you've got someone that's being a quote unquote bad person, and yeah. What Archie's saying is they're acting a fool in yell chat. You let me know, and I will personally see that recursion will not be doing that again.
Very
cool. If it's the same person, if you check their tags, they probably don't got them. So I love
the change that you guys putting in. Is this been a recent addition for you guys?
Sort of.
How long have you been in the position for HR?
Welder, would you say what? 2 months now?
So I would say
he's been doing it since he joined.
Awesome. Oh well, he's been doing it since he joined. Unofficially, okay.
Yeah.
So now I would say
it's been about 3. It's been about 3 months. Officially,
that has always gone on, anyways. That stuff, but it's awesome having him. He's a huge help.
I agree. I actually got a chance to meet Disenfranchised before I actually met the main base of Recursion when you guys were not here. He had really good friends that introduced me to how to play the game a bit better. It was Perpender, Disenfranchised, Davinals, Clovens, Lizard, which wasn't Recursion, but he's also a good friend, and Slider1 introduced me to that group. I don't even know how I memorized all these names, but I knew them.
And Francis, don't forget Francis.
Oh no, he wasn't there for the training, but it's fresh. Come on, and the Kamikaze. Holy All right, guys, just because of Kamikaze, and I want to make sure Kamikaze knows that I love this man. I'm now playing You Blow My Mind, the song. A lot of you guys are probably confused with what's going to happen. You might want to mute me. Whenever somebody comes in the raid, especially another content creator that we all freaking love and care about, can we get Kamikaze to come into this location? Come on, buddy. Come into this Discord. Bring that love over here. You all know what to do. Let's throw some screenshots in that chat. Ladies and gentlemen, Kamikaze with the raid. What?
Is it live on stream?
Oh, it's live on stream right now. Ladies and gentlemen, Hammered is so hammered in the chat right now, spreading shots and the art correct photos. Thank you so much, Kamikaze. He's a YouTuber. He's also a Twitch streamer. Check him out. Follow him. He's been helping out Planetside 2 dramatically. Thank you so much for that raid, buddy. You know how much I love you, man. And, he's here, mother... Shit. Hey, buddy.
Family friendly, Archie.
No, I didn't. That's why I have the button. It helps
you slipped on the button.
No, I missed it.
A little bit.
You were a little late.
We love you anyway.
I'm so tired. I'm sorry, guys. I gotta go.
Good sorry, Archie.
No, but
lodge a complaint with.
He's been hanging out with Hammer too
He's
much.
now been banned from Twitch. Goodbye, everybody. Have a.
It was lovely having you guys here, but now we're all done.
We're done. Kamikaze.
This is the end.
Pack it up. Let's go home.
So hold on, guys. We're Kamikaze. We're basically hearing Disenfranchised's points. We had an opportunity to hear CIK's points about the game and Fear. And as soon as we finish up with Recursion, I'd love for you to add anything to the gold rank members. Then we'll hit up Silver. Then we'll hit up Bronze. And if you want to basically get a chance to talk to Prey and the individuals from Emerald, this is another chance to hit that up too, and they're here to be patient.
I already had an interview with the Emerald boys earlier.
Awesome. I didn't have a chance to. It was like freaking 20 minutes long. I was like, 1 minute to you.
Yep.
1 minute to you.
Yep.
And I was like, fuck. I mean, that button.
It was rapid fire. I'll agree.
All right.
Go ahead, Disenfranchise.
So I wasn't really on the CIK lane. Roids, maybe, but I was mostly on the Fear lane, and I was one of 2 Lightnings that was on Fear's lane. And the one thing I noticed from Fear is they pulled armor, but it was a lot of Sky Guards, and I kind of feel, I know that our air was suffocating, but you left a massive hole for our Lightnings to capitalize on those positions, and it's one of the things I'd say to work on. You had some really good vehicle players that were able to hit shots from good distance away, which is awesome because you don't want to be in a spot to where you're getting locked on or anything like that. So I think that was a huge thing that you guys did. But I think if I had to say anything you need to work on, it would be armor for sure. Of course, infantry as well, but I think armor in Deso is going to become a lot more important, and I think that is where some good key points to start working on, and work on your armor comp. 5 Sky Guards with a Vanguard and an AP Lightning. Wazix was the guy that was working with me, and Wazix and we were able to spot those APs from a mile away and target and drill them down quickly. Once we realized that a large percentage of your armor was Sky Guards, we began kind of being more aggressive and hunting because we wanted to keep our air, healthy and alive and well taken care of. I do actually have some information for CIK sent from Conflict. He was on the CIK lane. He said, my thoughts, CIK for like 40% of the match was the Berlin Wall, just eyeing each other across from the field, waiting to see who would make the first move. So that's his thoughts. I don't know if there's any constructive criticism in that.
Interesting.
I want to hear Kamikaze because we saw something probably the same thing, and I was like, "What the is happening with CIK?" And I was like, "They're all deleted. The internet went out. I'm like, why are they standing there?" And I was like,
well,
I was freaking out.
That's what CIK did in the first Outfit Wars. You guys are slow and steady.
No. This was like they had the Berlin Wall. They were literally with millions of turrets waiting for Recursion to show up. That's what I felt like it. I was like, "You can go now. You can go now." So Stroke the Noodle, what was happening? Why you guys hang out with 2 squads at that base?
Sure. So as I mentioned previously, our original doctrine was to kind of play reserved until a certain point margin. It was around 150 to 75 points, and then we were going to go flex out, right? So our idea is that our first 2 bases that we initially flexed out on were going to be more heavily defended, and those were going to be kind of like a bastion, I guess, if you want to say, a point that would be relatively easy to defend if we got pushed back to. And the idea is that after that point margin, which was roughly around 150 points, we would then flex out and then move to cap as much bases as possible. However, our endeavors on the Recursion front were obviously, pretty well defended, in the case in point that they had a lot of air that was very effective. So we tried to run strikers, and we also had the Hardlight Shield canopies up as well, right? And we, based on the previous Outfit War, we did not anticipate air to be as strong of a asset as it was, and that's ultimately we were definitely trying to peck at the Recursion line as much as possible. We were trying to cap as many bases as possible, but ultimately we were just getting thrown off by air. It really put a dapper on things for us. That, coupled with the fact that the cap timer was increased from 1 minute to 2 for this Outfit War, I think also inadvertently affected us. There was definitely at least 3 or 4 base caps that I can recall specifically as a PL where we got tossed off in the last, under 30 seconds of the cap. And I think that had that specific mechanic, been kept constant from the first Outfit War, I think we would have had a few more base caps.
It was always 2 minutes.
Was it always 2 minutes?
Yeah.
Interesting. And so I can see now your thought process behind that, because I couldn't put two and two together. And I know that I've watched this, and Kamikaze has watched this for so many times. I think me and him have like basically at the point where like we know if we actually ran an outfit, we're like, okay, we know exactly what to do. But then there's the training of actually killing people. Kamikaze, when you saw that opener on Fear and you saw the opener on CIK, were you also confused when you saw CIK standing there?
Honestly, with my attention in the Fear, in the gold match, for Connery was on Fear and their strategies with their galaxies, because it was interesting to see how they with their play with their galaxies, and because we haven't really seen a whole lot of major galaxy play in Outfit Wars yet, so that was very interesting to see for sure.
I have a question.
But that was where
for
my
you.
focus was.
This is hilarious now that you mention it, because I'm biased, and it sounds like to me you're Connery too, right?
Yes, I am
Connery NC.
Maybe.
I'm Connery TR. And so like I know CIK from 2012. I'm like, let's just check out what they're doing. So I sit there and I was like, I'm checking out CIK. And I'm like, what are they doing? They're not doing anything.
100%.
And then you probably with the Fear because you're NC. I was like, oh, that makes sense. Because I started with the recursion opener, and then I move over to CIK, and I was just like,
yeah. You see, I was on the recursion NC front at the start of the game. I've actually got to get running. I need some food.
Hey,
I
of
need
course,
to
go get something to eat, buddy. Did you want to say anything to anybody here or in general? Just please take the spotlight.
Yeah, I just want to quickly say to everyone who was in here who I haven't had a chance to speak to yet, guys, congratulations if you won, and damn good fights if you didn't, if you came in on the second or the third. I got to say, guys, the fights in this outfit were, I'd argue, even more aggressive than the ones we saw beforehand. It's excellent to see outfits, who are the core of this game, come out, show what this game's about on a more wider stage. Just keep what you're doing, guys. I look forward to casting future matches with you, of you guys playing in the future, guys. Seriously, it was awesome stuff to watch.
Well done. Hey, man, great to basically work on your part, man. And damn, I don't think I'm going to be able to basically handle this another time if I go this long. So I might have to basically split it up and just take like one or two. But if they can spread it out. I don't know if I can do a whole marathon day. I can feel it internally. That's not.
You can't do marathons. We've already established
that. I'm old as.
Well,
we might want to keep going before Archie falls asleep.
No, not right now.
Exactly.
I'm extremely good to go. But hey, take care, buddy. Kamikaze, have a good one. We're gonna go right back to Distant Franchise.
GG's, everyone. Thanks for good games. Take care.
Thanks, Kamikaze. Love you, man.
Thank you, buddy.
Go home.
Yeah, good job.
So, real quick, I just wanted to comment. So, Stroke, you said you had some issues with the Striker. The Striker, I think, is probably one of the most. It's probably my favorite launcher.
Sure.
I absolutely love the Striker. It is. I would say. I mean, Roids, wouldn't you say that the Striker is? Roids, by the way, is the leader of our air squad. Wouldn't you say that Striker is probably the most dangerous thing to an ESF on the battlefield?
I'd say it's one of them, just because of the fact that, well, it's a lock-on launcher without the lock-on warning. It just kind of shows up out of nowhere and hits you.
Sure.
Someone else was going to add something.
I was just going to add on that, like, not only is it good against vehicles as a squad, but you can also get your heavies to just flex onto air if they're not doing anything IVI.
Certainly, absolutely. And I'm definitely in agreement with you guys.
Yeah, I would say if you were having problems with armor, probably want to switch to like a lock-on armor launcher. Like a lot of people will try and say, lock-on launchers, but like in a match like that, you have to consider, it's a good sound strategy. I would say.
Well, especially in an outfit as organized as CIK, you can call out a guy's name. You can just delete him.
Like I know CIK's organization, and I know that like they would punish our armor with that coordination with a couple lock-ons. Just absolutely.
Sure, absolutely. I think it just boils down fundamentally to we weren't expecting armor to be as prominent as it was tonight.
Right.
And yeah, that coupled with the fact that in addition to the vehicles that were attacking us, there was also ground forces, right? I think somebody shared some stats in our Discord a couple minutes ago where they said that even though air was, definitely a key factor in keeping our heads down and keeping us off those commanding positions on the balcony, the bulk of the kills were still done by infantry on recursion side. So I think it was just obviously a culmination of both the infantry being on the ball and the air keeping us off those commanding positions that led to the result.
For sure. But,
Awesome.
As far as anything else to add, I don't necessarily do. Like I said,
I can jump in.
Perp, yeah, Perp was on CIK's lane, so Perp has way more to bring into the conversation.
Perpender, mind if we tell everybody who you are and stuff like that, so they understand your background and what you do in recursion.
For those unaware, my name is Perpender. You may have seen me on the stream as Damodara, or if Commander Cyrus pronounced it Demorta.
Demorta, fantastic.
It's a long story on the username. Anyway, yeah. So I was assigned the CIK lane with my squad, and so once we got our opener done, we were kind of scouting, looking for air, because I know CIK's air, the Galaxies and Zerganacans are. We were scared of those. We were treating every mosquito like a galaxy. That was the exact phrasing, because if we saw a mosquito, could be a whole platoon of people coming. So we were waiting for air, and then we saw your base fortified and the sky shields, and that was spooky. We were being careful about that. We
Sure.
saw conflict called out, like they've got 2 sky shields. Like I don't know what's going on in there. So we tried to scout it, but it couldn't get pulled off, and it was that the Berlin Wall was quite apt. So we were content to just kind of turtle up, hold the middle, and see what would happen, because we didn't want to throw ourselves into that just yet.
Absolutely. Yeah, I see. And like I mentioned previously, yeah, we did try to fortify those couple bases. I think those are the ones that you're referring to as the Berlin Wall. But I think it's interesting that you guys consider one Mozzie as a potential platoon. Yeah, I'm not trying to stroke our own ego, no pun intended, but it's true. We do run those routers.
Just the power of the routers that you guys bring, that's kind of how you have to treat it. You don't know if that person in the ESF has a router or not. That can spawn a lot of people very fast.
Yeah,
sure.
There were a couple times where we were in the base, we were out the base, we're running back from the bus, because like your construction players, God bless them, were just pumping out routers as fast as they could. It was like a factory. It was incredible. I think there was a couple times where I placed my waypoint on the router and called it out. It got killed. We pushed back out, and then I see a new router. Like, didn't we just kill?
Yep.
Oh, that's a new router. And like, it was just back and forth, in the bus, out the bus, like in the relic, out of the relic. It was incredible. Your logistics, like, people need big props.
Thank you. Yeah, they're definitely angels. I remember one base specifically. You guys called in an OS, and as soon as the OS came down, I heard 2 people call out saying, "Hey, I got backup router. I got backup router." We actually had one guy per squad running routers, so we had four router runners.
Like, well done, incredibly well done, truly.
Yeah, and props to you guys for countering us too. You guys really, our strategy on the infantry side really relied heavily on taking those commanding positions on those balconies, and you guys were able to keep us off the balconies, keep our heavies occupied by trying to spray striker rounds out, and then couple that with flanking us from the inside of the buildings with infantry. You guys really pulled that off, very coordinated, and I think the devs would be proud to see that combined arms are finally starting to have a comeback in Outfit Wars, at least.
Yeah. Avoiding the meme of the word combined arms, absolutely.
Yeah.
Well done.
Awesome.
Yeah, same to you guys.
Give me 1 second.
Something to add too.
Please go ahead.
Yeah, so I was super impressed with Recursion. I didn't expect them to. So you guys were talking about how we just ton of sky guards. We didn't expect you guys to pull armor, to be honest. We only expected air. It's like how the first Outfit Wars, nobody really pulled armor, so we weren't really expecting anything, and we were like super surprised, and we didn't have the coordination at the time to it was just so quickly we couldn't just pull like an armor column or anything to come deal with you guys, and it just it caught us off guard really bad. And it was impressive.
I'll chime in for the next bit. I was on Fear for a little bit. My squad was kind of hopping around, doing some defenses on the CIK front and then also in the middle.
I have no idea why I always find a recursion player that I personally know, and I'm like, oh, there he is, and you die. I'm like, oh, every time. I don't know what the hell. I'm like, I'm cursed. I'm like, oh, it's Welder. Oh, and then Welder's like sitting there like with his vehicle trying to help out disenfranchise. He's like, well, they haven't killed me yet. I'll just redeploy. And Fear denied me. I was like, what is happening?
Oh, you were right there.
I was like, disenfranchise is going to die on stream. And then you see like, Welder's doing this. He's like trying to not. I literally have done this for Recursion's outfit spotlight, and every time I show up to Lithka, he's dead, or Sale, or like all
I was
these
gonna say
individuals.
it's the Lithka. It's Lithka all over.
God.
The Lithka effect.
Please go ahead.
Something for these matches is like how you play in your opener. You know, kind of like what your opening comp is, where you're going. You know, and we just expected the double team, and we also expected someone to steal one of our warp gate bases because the Scythe is the slowest. We were not confident that we were going to start the 2 front bases in time. Something we were kind of worried about. But the armor, if anyone had watched the first match we did, we had armor that actually didn't die the whole game, that just sat in the middle, you know, and we weren't able to combine them with the infantry in the air. And I think this time you really saw like the whole puzzle like rotating and moving together very fluidly.
I would say that our armor the first time around just wasn't applied to the Deso format, and so we kind of had to go back to the drawing board and figure out a way to make it work. Because obviously, you know, as much as a meme as it is, you know, the combined arms aspect of this game is just really absolutely fascinating. To be able to have armor and infantry and air working together in unison while still benefiting themselves, I find that really an interesting play style. And for people to be able to flex on and off of that, you know, an infantry player to be able to go to an armor player or armor, and for an armor player to be able to go to air, like that's a really interesting way of playing, because you get so many different perspectives, and it's really I know I'm on a tangent, but I just thought I'd have to say that.
Something I want to chime in about the kind of like the foot zerg is, you know, I did the same thing. I told my guys, get out of my sunder, you know, and just walk with me and walk, you know, forward to the enemy base. So, you know, if you guys had like a lightning or a Sunday with you, it would have been very different. But yeah, I think armor is a huge factor. I know the air did a lot, and they really helped us, you know, capitalize on so many things. But,
I think the armor.
but when you look at the armor for the
became
logistics at, you know, point of it, you know, using their Sundays to help the squads move around really changes things.
I'm just gonna throw something out there from my perspective for how many Alpha Spotlights I've watched. If you own the sky, the second objective you've got is to run armor in such a way where you're building bases right towards the center to prevent the air from dominating the center space. And you build your bases with AA turrets, AI turrets, all that stuff, and own the center. I haven't seen anybody actually construct the center zones where those nodes are. Literally taking 3 construction designs and plopping it down there. But that's just my opinion, because you have AA automatically shoots you for like almost 1,000 meters. And it's just incredible that people put it behind the circle frame of a building, because you want to put it in the middle of it to actually have a dome for defense. It's,
the construction.
Yeah, they want the construction to be next to the obelisk, which makes total sense. That is the current meta that everybody's thinking of. But the center would make it to where you have pure domination of any time you want to pull a vehicle out, you're right in the center, and then not touching. It's weird. As soon as you tickle, I call it tickling, but I should basically change the topic. If you
really tried to integrate every aspect of the game, there wasn't really anything that was left out. Like even construction was a large part to our strategy.
No, you did everything. As I say, you had the air, you had the armor, you had infantry. I saw a combination of everything. That was really good on your part.
Shout out to CIK and Fear. Like, you guys didn't stop. You just kept going. It was awesome. Like,
absolutely,
you know,
I have brought Sulfur here. I want to give Sulfur a chance to speak. Sulfur, how much do you know so far before?
In terms of how much do I know?
No, from like what we've been talking about. If you're in the same topic debate and things.
Yeah, yeah. I've been tuning in a bit. Part of our strategy. Well, I mean, part of what we play well as is deploying out good and sort of getting to a base fast and together. Some of that is due to a bit of Zerg, but that's how it goes. Anyway, what I was really wanting to chime in and say is the fact that at the beginning of the game we were kind of just trying to get our feet together and trying to work out actually what the hell are we doing here, because we had never played on the map before, so we're just sort of trying to get our bearings on the map and trying to actually understand. But once we'd actually done that and got our foothold a little bit, we were seeing a bit more of a what's the word I'm looking for? Better plays from us in terms of coming together once we got our footing in the ground.
Well,
felt stronger when you had like the Sky Guards, was mentioned, was just getting the correct amount. But as soon as I saw a Vanguard or two that came onto the field, that started pushing us back and killed the armor setup we had.
Yeah, something we've talked about since this is gone is utilizing the Vanguard a little bit more, because for the NC it's quite a powerful asset, and we kind of failed to use it effectively.
Actually, real quick, I wanted to call a shout to one of Fear's Vanguard players. So there was a moment where it was on your relic side, touching your warp gate. Welder and I and Wazix had pushed up, and we were coming over the we were just kind of on the ridge, and we were just kind of hanging out there, getting a couple picks on the Sky Guards and the ants, just trying to keep logistics down as much as possible, in case we wanted to audible there. And I remember there was a Vanguard that came up to us and started fighting us, and it kind of struck me as a little odd, because it's a Vanguard. Like, you'd want to position that to the point to where you can, there was, take less damage, do more damage while still using your shield. And so, I saw him pull off and he was smoking. So I said, to Wazix, let's go finish the Vanguard off. And I came over the hill, and it's a good thing I had proxy radar on my lightning, and I caught just a glimpse of just light assaults and heavy assaults just sitting on the balcony waiting for us to crest that hill. And I had to do a full stop and tell Welder and Wazix, we need to go back now. It's a trap. It's an absolute trap.
so something we picked up on early with that strategy.
I know who you're talking about. Was his name Payment is Due?
To be honest, I wasn't really looking at names a whole lot. My intention was just killing as much armor as possible. But I just want to call that out, because that was such, I don't know if that was audible. I don't know if it was planned, but my God, I was like, we're about to die here. All three of us are about to die here.
Yeah, I know. I think I know who you're talking about. Payment is Due. So shout out to him. He is a really good Vanguard driver, per se. Would you call it a pilot? Anyways, he sort of asked me mid-game, we were in Alpha Squad, he was like, do you want me to pull a Vanguard? And it was like, well, we've got so much armor and air incoming, what could we lose here? And it turned out actually to be a play in our favor.
Yeah, because after we crested that hill, I didn't really want to advance into there until we had a little bit more infantry. So we just pulled off. I originally wanted to try and work that base that you guys had back there a little bit. But I, like I said, I was forced away, and that was really, really effective, because you had the infantry, it was working with the armor, and it asserted pressure on us to the point, we didn't have any infantry, so therefore we couldn't move forward. We had to wait for the infantry. So that was a direct counter to us, because not only did you have the armor, you had the infantry, they worked in unison, and they pushed us away. And that was just fantastic. From my point of view, I was like, I'm about ready to get freaking jumped here. I'm trying to throw this baby back in reverse and pray.
It was very interesting to see you guys being vehicles when I traditionally see you guys in infantry setups. It was just like Disenfranchised medieval welder. What is going on?
Well,
This is interesting.
originally
Sales
I
driving
was
us
an
under.
AP
I was like,
Lightning.
what the? What is happening here?
Originally, I was an AP Lightning main. I played an AP Lightning for about 3 years.
Oh man,
and
I
just
learned.
hunted.
I learned from Wilhelm Caster's outfit. Freaking Jaden Devon's a monster AP. Freaking lightning. Ugh.
I was a first couple of years of the game. I was a logistics Sunday main, so I've done that a lot. Is the Sunday stuff?
Okay,
Yeah.
so it's just it feels weird to watch.
Definitely one of the more
outfit.
logistics players for the group. Last thing I want to note would be the orbitals that you guys threw on us, which was pretty smart. That's how you gotta get rid of the construction. Like, no joke. Like, especially when it's kind of like balled up like that. Even if you have to double it, like if you couldn't break it.
I also, bringing up that, so we OS'd you twice in the beginning, but I made, so I don't know if you guys knew, but I wasn't in combat. I was mainly sitting like in one of the back bases, just coordinating on the map. So I was kind of like getting glimpses by what some of my squad leaders were telling me. And apparently I missed you guys had a huge big base on the outside of the relic, was it A?
Yeah,
that I completely
behind
missed.
it.
Yeah. And so that was a regret. And then also
Your air was pulling lightnings from that and whatnot. Well, awesome match. Like, kudos. Okay, you guys.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun, and we had a good time. We had a good time playing. That's the main thing.
Yeah, definitely one of the main things we definitely need to work out is what our communication, because this time we had like most of our squads in Discord, and then the squad leads and the platoon lead were in team call. So it didn't work out very well. So we're definitely gonna move over to TeamSpeak probably next time.
So you can say communication was key.
Comms and game haven't been.
Yeah, exactly.
So real quick, something I want to shout out is the CIK armor ball that my squad had a Lancer duel after you killed our bus. That was probably the highlight of the night for me. Is you killed our bus and we just ran at you with Lancers. And I think we just traded shots and vehicles until we redeployed. That was excellent. That was fun.
Yeah, I wasn't on the ground for that. That must have been Alpha Squad, Fedric leading that one. But
yeah, I remember like Kowski was there. I think I saw his name.
Okay.
Kowski and Blute Image, but
yeah, I could check my roster. I think they were in Alpha.
Yeah, there's one of the streams that got caught, but it was just incredible watching Prowler AP and Lancers just launch at each other from 300 meters.
Yeah, I'm sure it was cool. I think, yeah.
So I'm gonna go basically next topic for you guys real quick. Thanks guys for sharing. I didn't have to say a single thing. You were on topic as far as my next questions. I was like, this is fantastic. Disenfranchised, Ironroids, Perp, Welder, congratulations for basically winning the gold rank. Do you guys want to say anything to the community as far as a whole, as far as Outfit Wars? Any additions or things you're looking forward to in Planetside 2? Give us a chance to hear your opinions. This is like we don't get as much of an opportunity to get together like this, so it's nice to hear your opinions.
Yeah,
and I'm going to give you guys
don't
1
mind,
minute.
I'll take this one.
Sure.
1 minute. Okay, let's be
1 minute.
quick because we've occupied too much time.
No pressure.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks to the community, like a lot of, I know the qualifiers are quite a grind being the 8-hour match, but like there's a lot of guys in this channel between Fool, DPSO, Pigs, and stuff. Like some of those battles on live are just fucking phenomenal. Some of those just ham-fisted, just meat grinders that I absolutely love. And just like Outfit Wars for us has been a chance to grow into something more and be more versatile, because like Slatter's in this channel and Sliz is in this channel from DPSO, and to be quite frank, we didn't run enough air, and you guys slapped us around up there, and we learned from that, and we pulled from that, and it's
100%.
It's been a wonderful time.
100%.
Anyways.
What is the name of the second person you just said?
Sills.
Yes, I'm not the only one. Okay, I'm just excited. I just destroyed
Sorry
his name
about
on the
that.
stream. No, not at all. I'm super. We're brothers from another mother now.
But anyways, we've occupied too much time. Thanks, guys, for the match, and just
No, not at all. You guys got the W, and I want to make sure that we give that love over to all gold rank members, and you guys, everybody as a whole. Like, even if you guys participated, you showed up, I want to basically give you guys something back. You guys put a ton of effort in. I hear about the drama afterwards, and I don't know how else I can basically repay you. So this is just my way of just giving you guys some love back. And so I appreciate you guys talking amongst each other, staying respectful and positive, because it's not about Planetside 2 of kicking each other's ass. we want to do it and have fun as well. And so being able to give each other forced feedback, criticisms, and keeping the respect up high was basically my ideal state. And I think that would also in turn prevent any of these miscommunications that happen off stream. And it also helps with the community not going around and just spraying and praying all over freaking Reddit. We have a chance to talk here. We have better places to talk wherever you want. So thank you so much, Recursion and Fear, and also CK for those shares. And at the very end, I want to drop into all of you guys so you can actually share something to RPG or anything like that about your thoughts about Alpha Wars qualifying match 2 and also the actual event. Anything you think you want to add. So spend some time thinking about that if you guys are interested in staying here. Let's go and try to grab the silver rank group real quick. The silver rank was Dim Giants Army, Fool, and the Wild Cards. We're going to go ahead and start with we'll do the Fool for the very end on that point because they got the W on that. Let's go to, is the Wild Cards here? No. We're going to go to Dim Giants Army. Red Knight, tell me your opinion, man, about you getting ranked and why did you guys sign up? And actually, the first time you didn't, that was the time you chose to.
I mean, I feel like I should start with Arshee. But I mean, so last time with the qualifiers, we chose to participate kind of near the latter end because of so we tried to get fourth just to bump NWYT out. We've had a little bit of a rivalry with them going on for a long time. Good amount of drama, a lot of drama, stuff about trying to get us deleted from the game, all that type of stuff. And we ended up we wanted to bump them out of fourth place, and we did. So then what happened was we figured, hey, why not? Let's go for bronze. And so we went for third place. And then FIFA, then we got in a little bit of a spat with FIFA. I mean, it was really ugly. The first qualifiers were not very healthy for some of the inter-faction relationships between outfits. In the end, we didn't make it. FIFA's a way bigger outfit than we are. They have way more manpower. They stood up all night. Dude, they put in the time. It was rough. And we aren't as big of an outfit as we used to be. And I'll be honest, I wasn't expecting to make third. And I was happy with the fourth place we got. And it really was an eye-opener for us to say, hey, we can actually do things. We can actually compete and we took bronze from FIFA temporarily for a small period of time. And so we really were happy to see hey, we managed to, fight against an outfit that's significantly larger than we are. And so we kept that in mind, and Dim and a lot of the rest of us felt like we should reorganize and kind of keep the outfit much more casual, the way we always have been, but have this nice competitive side where we want to compete and do scrim and do kind of some of the stuff that is not really we weren't really interested in before. We kind of had that taste of blood, in the water before.
So now that you got a chance to do Outfit Wars, I don't think you guys had a chance to do an overview since coming over to here. I'd love to hear your opinion. Do you think this is something for you guys? Do you guys have fun?
For us to have played it, I mean, it honestly, I had a blast. I had a lot of fun. Cool. Especially because the qualifiers this time around was so much easier. Like the qualifiers for the NC was like the qualifiers for what the TR was in the first round. We didn't have a lot of competition. Recursion obviously moved over. WTAC said we're not going to do it. FIFA said we're not going to do it. And so there weren't a whole lot of outfits really left to grind for it. It was Fear, us, and R18 were really the big ones. And eventually R18 settled the bronze. So we actually didn't really play that much on the third day because R18 said they were done. They were going to stick with bronze. So we stuck with our silver, and we weren't going to catch up to Fear. Fear is massive. You guys are a huge outfit. A lot of respect to you guys. But I like to imagine we gave you a little bit of run for your money.
Yeah, no, we were constantly checking our tails on that front. We were like, damn, Dim Giants Army's catching up pretty damn fast.
Yeah, I can tell you right now that as soon as we saw that you guys were within 2,000, we were like, oh crap, we gotta actually start. Oh, sorry, probably should cuss. Anyhow, we were like, oh, we should definitely start putting the pedal to the metal and increase that lead because it's like uncomfortable range, as like you could see in the TR. Whenever 2,000, anybody could take it.
Yeah, so Yeah, but it was a nice little bit of fun. But we got silver, and honestly, us getting into Outfit Wars was a huge thing. And when it came to the game itself, honestly, the next little bit here is probably just going to be me speaking on blunders for the most part of us. We didn't do very well in terms of putting up too much of a fight. It was for the most part, Fool, you guys did really, really well. It was. I mean, we didn't really help ourselves in a whole lot of ways. We knew that because we're more of a mid-fit sized outfit, we're much smaller. We knew that from just the situation we're in, it's very much the kind of like high schools where we're a lot smaller, and so for every good player we have, you guys have 5 of equal skill or better. So it was like to give you guys reference on the quality of Fool's infantry. This is going to kind of sound a little egotistical. I'm probably one of the better shots and one of the better players in terms of infantry in DGA, and I'd say I'm probably about on par, maybe a little worse than one of Fool's infantry players. So, and I was keeping pace somewhat with them, but I was still getting destroyed, and I could tell that my team was my squad was just getting absolutely hammered, and so it was really tough. Especially Fool, you did a fantastic job at redeploying us. You know, we would move fights. We would go from A to A to C or G there. And we'd go G to A, and we flip flop back and forth at least 3 or 4 times, and you guys just follow us and absolutely hammer us, and you'd stop us before we could get the point. And it was really tough. It was really difficult. You guys come in the last minute and in the last 20 seconds steal it from us, and so eventually it took overwhelming force. We basically had to have 2 squads come in and really wipe you guys out. You worked really, really well with 6 players even. Like 6 of your players was fighting one of our squads. Like your 6 players would move around the map and would take out squads. And it was really difficult to deal with. So it was a tough fight, but I mean, we didn't help ourselves a lot. Like I said, we focused pretty much entirely on infantry. We had 2 squads dedicated to infantry, and then we had our other 2 squads was supposed to be a bit of a split between air and then armor / construction. And for the most part, I know one of our other squads just basically ended up acting as an infantry force, and I'm not super sure on our last squad. We didn't really do too much of a debriefing. I think a lot of us are very tapped out and want a little bit of a break, and we're going to come back and talk about our experiences and everything later to talk about some constructiveness in that regard. But for the most part, just sticking with 3 infantry squads, we just didn't have a lot of the versatility I think we needed, and I think we suffered because we didn't really put ourselves toward the combined arms that we needed. And even on the side of the infantry, we didn't do very well. I'll be honest. Like I said, we got pretty wrecked really hard a lot of the time. Where we'd send a squad to a relic, and if we sent one squad to a relic, we wouldn't take it. We couldn't. I mean, I'll be honest, I'm going to call wildcards out a little bit here. I was hoping wildcards would do a little bit better at taking out Fool. And you know, it's tough, right? Fool is a massive outfit. They're huge. They're great players. And so, you know, but it was it felt like a huge difference when we eventually partway through we said Fool's going to win it. And so we wanted to go fight wild cards to try to secure our
so that's
second place
where
lead.
that's where the wild cards also chose to attack you guys. Okay.
Yeah.
I was confused.
So then,
why is wild cards wasting their time on Digia, and then also wild cards chose to not attack Fool anymore? So that makes sense when you guys made that shift to say, I'm going to go for second place.
Yeah, it was very close to the end there. So if it was very close to the end when we decided to make that call, probably within a 100 or 200 points to Fool winning. And so we moved over to the wild card side, and it was so different. Like I was actually killing people. Like it was a different experience to just swap over and feel like I wasn't fighting recursion guys. Honestly, I had a couple of my guys think that you guys had recursion on your team, that you had a couple recursion guys play for you.
Yeah, that would be Augie. He likes to impersonate me.
Oh yeah, I saw a guy whose name in there was disenfranchised something. I was like,
French fries, and I was flipping out. I'm like, oh my god, I found his brother, guys, ladies and gentlemen, live on stream. And then that's when Hammered got really hammered, and they want me to push the
recursion was
button.
ringing for us.
Ladies and gentlemen, pushing the button just for you guys in chat. Love you all.
And it's 2 outfit wars.
Yeah, but it was overall though we had. I mean, we didn't. I think a lot of it. There's a lot to take home from this. I'm gonna have to watch back at this match. It definitely. I'm probably just gonna look at this and say, yeah, we needed to have more diversity. And it's tough when you don't have. When most of our players are quite casual, it's very tough to have really dedicated armor or air, and not have them be kind of average because a lot of our players are infantry based, and so it's we have a lot of ops where we switch things up. Like we do a lot of air and tanking, even though we primarily do a lot of infantry. So overall, it was a really good learning experience. It was a lot of fun. I think a lot of us had fun. We were happy that we beat wildcards. So
Nice.
that was fun. That we got that.
Congratulations, you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Done. Let's go in here. Let's go in
congratulations,
here
Fool.
from Fool's point of view. I want to basically see what their experience was like and coming in. Is this Fool? This is your first time doing this, right?
Well, I could speak to this. So technically, no. A lot of us is actually our second time. We ended up partnering up with Slatter during last Outfit Wars under the Rock character name.
Okay. Yeah. Do you mind if you tell me more about yourself? Because this is my first time meeting Fool individuals. Like,
yeah. So
where's Fool from?
Fool's
How long have you played
Gob-
Planetside for? Have you guys come from another game? Love to hear that.
Yeah, absolutely. So Fool or / Goblin Tribe really is kind of a small outfit consisted of roughly about 30 something players altogether. Um, I personally come from starting from Planetside 1 way back in 2004. And same thing with the other additional leader, Sobek. We're both from the same outfit. But what we primarily focus on is high infantry gameplay, where we are just kind of being tactically inclined on how to kind of go about exploiting openings on points and taking control of a bad situation while being underpopped. And during this entire outfit wars, we really wanted to put a focus on trying to get ourselves up there, trying to get a name recognition, trying to sit there and really compete with some of the best out there. And as everyone here knows, TR was definitely one of the hardest categories to get in there. It was definitely tooth and nail from start to finish.
And so, are you the leader of Fool? Are you the member?
I am what is called like an enforcer. So I kind of help out deciding, who's joining, and I also go through like a lot of trainings with people who are just starting out in the outfit, so that they can kind of get a little bit more cohesion within our squad.
Very, very cool.
And just kind of round out the overall player.
How long has Fool been open?
We are going on for about almost a year.
Very cool. And you've been active this whole time, and then the patch hits, you get more players? Is that what happened?
Well, not quite. I mean, what we still try to have people kind of go through a general trial period where we try to see how you kind of mix in within the outfit. It's not necessarily a skill-based thing, but it's more just a cohesion thing at the end of the day.
What's your rules and regulations to join you guys? Like, what is you're looking for? Like a four-year degree? What's the application process?
We're definitely looking for competent players, those who are well inclined in order to be super cohesive within a tight knit squad. Obviously, like we're looking for people who are just going to be able to mingle with us and able to kind of listen to our directions that we're trying to take the outfit in and how we go about attacking or defending something.
Very cool. And if I played from 2012 to 2015, so I would basically give myself a reference of what I'm similar to. Do you have any references of other outfits that would you say is similar to from the same server or other servers?
We like to have kind of like this little friendly competition against Recursion.
Very cool.
They're very high skilled players, and I would say that our outfit's definitely above the average, and we try to maintain also the same level of technique and skill. And they're very formidable opponents every time we get a chance to kind of get 1v1 them on live.
Very, very cool. I like to hear that. And tell me about your Outfit Wars experience. What were you doing in it? Were you platoon leading, force leading, squad leading, error? What was your job and your experience?
My job was just smash and kill, really. Just kind of get in there as a safeguard heavy and try to do as much work and as much damage as I possibly can. The two major squad leads kind of goes to Jump Rope Gym in Sobek. They led the squads primarily through a lot of their communication, and they really took us in the right direction in order to kind of come out on top in Outfit Wars. But a big shout out to the wild cards. They started off Outfit Wars actually OSing our base that we were originally going to. Unfortunately, they were a little bit too early on the OS, and we kind of saw it like way out before we can even reach the base. But they definitely were starting to put on the pressure like right away, right when we were trying to cap the first point. They were trying everything in their power to kind of prevent us from going forward.
Very, very cool. And these members of yours that are here, how would you describe their ranks as far as the play styles? And I want to give them a chance to talk too about their experience. So again, if I go to Sulfur right now, these individuals, are they okay basically representing your outfit?
Yes, that to an extent.
Sounds good. Let's go to Augie.
Yes.
Wait, are you the disenfranchised?
Yes. I'm Jake's son.
If anything, it felt like disenfranchised at times, I'll be honest. You killed me.
You killed Arshee.
You
Sorry.
sniped him so hard.
Go to. Tell me why. How do you know Jake? How do you know disenfranchised?
Jake,
disenfranchised. What's this? Was it your dad or your mom that got together?
No.
I'm just kidding.
So after I had left Planetside, I went to VS and I had joined Rest. So after playing with Rest, I was always playing with a lot of the recursion guys, and so mainly Don Mega and Disenfranchised were the main two people who I played with from
You
recursion.
said Rust, right?
Rest.
Oh.
Resurrected.
Resurrected R3ST.
Got it. I thought you said Rust. I'm like, oh my god, holy! Like that's a dirty game. Continue.
But yeah, so after playing with them, and then we kind of died out, and then I had taken a large break from the game. I came back, and then we were just rolling a lot with them and DPSO. So just be playing with them, and one time I had asked him, do you think I would be good enough? And he said, oh, well, here you go. Go in. Go for it, dude. I think you'd be good enough. And I got in. So now we're here.
Man.
Thank you.
That's awesome, man. It's I've heard basically some of the application processes are pretty damn difficult. And dude, it just well deserved. And I saw you basically kick butt out there. And I thought that was disenfranchised with two computers at one point in time getting annoyed. He's like, you know what? I'm just gonna freaking kill over here. And it's like, oh,
he's multi-box. Multi-box.
I multi-boxed with like 15 computers at one point in time in MMOs, but like I thought you literally were doing that disenfranchised. Like, look at that, it's disenfranchised. He's on Fool right now. I bet he's shooting himself. Just kidding. But that's awesome. And at the same time, have you ever went against Tajia or the wild cards? And anything you want to just say as far as your experience at fighting them? Anything positive or some good notes or points that you can basically describe during your fight?
When I definitely for both sides, what I noticed is they were playing a lot of the roof game. So it actually made me change my playstyle. So something I've been working on recently is becoming a better heavy. But how they were playing, I'm like, there's no way I can do this. And they made me come out of my comfort zone that I become very comfortable to. So I had to pull out the bolter and try my best. Try my best.
Just kidding.
Shout out to Danimals for teaching me the ways.
Oh, Danimals. He scares the crap out of me. But yeah, it's fun.
No, it was a playstyle change up, and something I had to notice, at least the role my squad played was it would more of a flex. I was kind of just flexing in, and having that radar as well was very helpful.
Mm-hmm.
Another thing that I noticed, I think, was when I was playing heavy was the Valk drops. They seem kind of easy to hit with strikers. But then that's another thing as well that I've noticed with TR. It's infantry to air is kind of easy because of strikers. And then vehicles, I think for all of us, I didn't really see much vehicles besides Sundays. And I think all of us should have used vehicles a little bit more. I think some aspects of the match could have gone a little bit differently with vehicle.
Yeah, I was actually pretty shocked when CIK came in here and said that they were having struggles with the striker. I find that to be like the best freaking anti-air weapon out there.
It is. I would like striker Valks. Just that's all I gotta say.
Very, very.
Yeah,
good.
One of the greatest weapons.
Yeah, the T2, the striker is definitely one of those weapons on NC that I wish I had, but I definitely don't
NC
think
don't
I
got
didn't
nothing.
really feel that it was super impossible. Like, I'll be honest, like our Valks were ditching once we got to the site. That was really what we did, and I didn't really feel my Valks that I was flying super got annihilated a lot of the time. Definitely they got destroyed immediately once we dropped them, but definitely didn't feel that it was like the strikers were the reason we were losing.
Very cool. Fool, do you want to basically say anything towards the Red Knights team? Because right now, or anything towards the Wild Cards if they're basically listening to this next time. And then also at the same time, also, we're going to go to the next team. We're going to go to Bronze. If you guys want to add anything, this is your time.
George?
Yeah. One thing to Dim Giants and the Wild Cards, I feel like one thing that I can definitely critique you guys the most on is how much time you guys spent around building bases. I feel like that really kind of took away a lot of your players and spent all their time just trying to build out some of these massive bases. That's what I think that just kind of like really shook the ground for some of it, because I feel like if you had just a few more players at some of the points, you guys might be able to turn the tides a few times. But because of the fact you had a few squad members just kind of out there building out entire bases, you can definitely tell on the Dim Giant side that their lack of experience. Now, obviously, this is their first time kind of coming into this for the first time, so their lack of experience kind of bit them in the butt. I'm sure next time they're going to do much better trying to perform in Outfit Wars.
I swear this chat is going out of control.
Yeah.
This chat is out of this world. Thank you so much, Fool and Dim Giant. And we're going to get a chance to go towards the Bronze rank. Let's get a chance to hear from DPSO, then Space Pigs, and then we'll get the winners for Renegade. DPSO, you there?
Hello there.
How you doing, Slider One, man? It's good to see you again. Would you like to tell everybody about yourself real quick so we can understand what DPSO is about? You don't drop any orange smoke. It's a purple, I believe, right?
I am Slider One. I am the main outfit lead for dropping purple smoke on Connery VS.
Awesome. And then at the same time, were you guys going for second and first place this time compared to the first time you played?
This go around, not particularly. Like we had nearly kind of burnt ourselves out the first go around going for gold. So this time I had wanted to take it a little bit easier and wanted to see how far we could get without stressing ourselves out too much.
Makes sense. And then my next question would be, when I was watching you guys, what was the thing that stood out to you guys in the middle of the fight? Because Pigs was applying pressure, and you're also getting pressure from R18. I showed up probably 20 minutes into your match, so that means R18 was already winning. What was going on in the opener? I didn't get a chance to see that.
So do you want to answer this one? Or Sills?
Go ahead, Sagsies. And then we'll go to Sills, and we'll go back to Slider.
So before I start, just GG's, and shout out to like R18, and shout out to Pig, shout out to everyone who led as well. From what I understand, we had a pretty strong opener, but like you mentioned, like we did get pressured from both sides, and I think Disenfranchised said it before, but like there were just issues and problems, and we dealt with them one by one. But we gave it our best, and that was, I want to say that was all we could have done, but that was what was done, which is what it is. We also ran into, I believe, the same bug where we were not able to pull aircraft, I believe.
Oh no.
Yeah, our I want to say it was, I forgot what point total it was, but it was like at I want to say like R18 and Pigs were each at around like 150, 200-ish. And I was an alpha squad, and my construction guys were like, our silos locked. And I was like, wait, are you out of cordium? And we had cordium in, but both like Magnanimous, Megatron, Pizza Dude, they all tried building silos, and for whatever reason, we were just completely locked out of it, and that really hamstrung us. I'm not going to say that cost us the match because there were other things we could have done differently to perform better, but it certainly was a huge thorn in our side for, I'd say, about 60% of the match.
I hacked a R18 vehicle terminal so I could get us an ant too.
You can hack into those things? What the?
Yeah, we ended up basically getting some anvils, so we ended up finally getting some ants, and I think that eventually fixed the issue. But
Can you explain to me one more time if you don't mind? This is incredible. When you hack into a vehicle terminal and it has cordium connected to itself, you're taking the cordium from the enemy silo?
Yes.
Yes.
That's insane. I didn't even know that.
boys,
That opens up like the door. Oh my god, that's incredible. Thank you for that. I didn't see it live on stream. I'm just kidding. Yeah, continue, Slider.
that was the, I guess, the main game breaking bug that I hope is addressed by the third pre-alpha. Because I know Recursion was severely hamstrung by that in the gold medal match we faced them in, and then we get a bit of a taste of that in this match, and that is extremely difficult to overcome.
The 2-on-1, right?
Yeah.
Well, not even the 2-on-1. It's
Like,
not
just-
like we're basically frozen because we couldn't pull any air, any ground, and we couldn't pull ants to get more stuff to pull more vehicles.
Wait, you're saying your main base was frozen?
Basically, yes. Like the silo was pretty much out. It was like functioned like it was out, but we'd look at it and it had cordium.
You
As
were
far
out,
as I
you were out of
understood it.
cordium at your main base, basically almost in the beginning of the match.
No, not the beginning of the match, because we started off and everything was going fine, and then I'm not sure what happened. I think maybe it was when Surge R18 got our warp gate base.
Yeah, I'm
that might
I'm
have
not too
done
sure
it.
what happened there. Like, from what I understood, like we had cordium the silo, but we were not allowed to pull vehicles.
From the minimap.
No, we could not go to the terminals. We couldn't pull from the minimap, and we couldn't go to the terminals. So I think for about 5 or 10 minutes, we were just the Sky Father brought down his holy might upon us, lowly infantrymen.
I did not know that. I was wondering what's going on. I felt like there was a difference in pace on DPSO, and I thought you guys were like...
There was, like, this go around, I do have... The only other thing I think it could be is, like, I think we might have used it all up, because we were very low at one point. That said, though, I'm a little bit confused as to, like, why we weren't able to pull anything anymore.
Well, I always basically do slash nerf the team that I want to, kind of nerf at percentages. I basically put handicaps on you guys. I'm just kidding now. That's not fair, yeah. That needs to be addressed, and that's I wish you guys had somebody that actually was streaming it and can clip those moments, because that's all I need, so I can go from there and start working on fixes. But if nobody recorded that event, it's probably hard to recreate that event every single time. So I don't think anybody else actually said they had that problem, but Recursion for the first round, and then you guys are the second round. Do you know how many alpha wars we went through? That sucks. And so it would be nice to have you guys have a clip of it if anybody streamed it. That's perfect to show when it happened and how it happened. But if it's one person with an ant that did something where he clicked a cordium cell into it when basically went above 75% and it just locked up, we don't know how the bug began. So it'd be nice to have people stream that. But that sucks for you guys. I'm sorry about that. Slider one. That's not really fortunate to have a fight, trying to stay equal, and then that happens. How did you guys
Yeah.
how did you guys recover? Did you guys have to take the ant to the middle, and then
It
as
was
soon as you guys got the ant, you could start building bases, right?
it's challenging to recover, and I kind of don't think we ever fully recovered. I mean, we made the last minute push in the end up the center, but
We had our battle of the bulge, and we all saw how that worked out.
basically.
We put all our infantry on one base, and we pushed it as hard as we could. And we did everything we could. So, like in the end, we had a great time.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And is there anything you want to basically give towards your players that you fought, like R18 when they did something, or like pigs, they stood out? You want to give one each? Like, holy crap, pigs, you guys did this, and I remember that fight, or the specific player, and same thing for Renegade 18.
I'd say pigs. I mean, they were very persistent on both lanes the bulk of the match. They didn't give us any time to rest near our work. And R18 and Surge are both very talented outfits that did pretty well. Especially their shout out to their Liberator pilots.
You just say Surge?
/ ISNC, yes.
What does that mean?
Oh, I think Slaughter can explain it.
Our R18 or R18 had Surge and ISNC mans, and they're very talented people.
So basically, two outfits basically merged into one.
For Desolation, yes.
Well, actually, Slaughter, judging from the memes on Reddit right now, I think they actually merged. In fact, I don't even think Picard's the outfit leader anymore. Picard, can you verify?
Very true. Very cool. I
I'd
look
be
forward to
surprised.
hearing that from R18 as soon as we get to pigs and understand their positions and stuff like that. Anything else you want to add before I go to pigs?
Oh, you mentioned. I think recursion really showed air dominance is important. But just shout out to Pigs air pilots who had a lot of banshees on the ground all the time. The infantry were definitely suppressed, and we had a difficult time flexing onto the air as well.
Yeah. It's tough. I saw some really good R18 pilots and also pigs pilots. DPSO, I would just see the same 3 or 4 people always. It was really, really cool to see that. And I just don't see many people having the opportunity to learn how to do ESFs after 8 years. There's only specific people in the air all the time. So there's no training centers for us to learn ESFs at the level that we need to get to for Outfit Wars. So I'd be really curious to see how you guys are training in the air. But other than that, thank you guys so much, DPS. Let's go grab the individuals from Pigs and hear their point of view, and then we'll go to R18. Steel Slayer, you want to basically tell us about your experience? And I didn't see Pale Tiger at all. I searched for him, and I didn't find him. I knew
Pale Tiger was Pale Tiger was on live getting us resources, so I could continue to use outfit resources if I needed to. But he wanted to sit this one out. I'm Steel Slayer.
Wait a second. That is so smart. I think there's no other outfit I've ever heard do that. Pale Tiger, knock on wood, you smart little. Holy crap. No, that's intelligent as. I'm not joking. Unbelievable. Well done, man. But during the war, he's going to take bases over to give them resources during the match. Wow.
Yep.
Unbelievable. And let me just basically say to this person, thank you for being. Continue, please.
Yeah, I'm Steel Slayer. I was the platoon leader for this Outfit Wars for Pigs. It was an interesting Outfit Wars for me, particularly. I didn't want to overextend in the beginning, so I was kind of hanging around the warp gate, and then I was thinking, okay, so I know R18, they're going to be really difficult to fight against, because, we've gone against DPSO, so I wasn't really seeing you guys as much of a threat as R18, because I didn't know what R18 was going to do. They were completely unknown for me, and it was really bothering me, so I was like, so what we need to do is we need to start pushing them. And looking back on it now, I probably should have just completely tried to push them out. but
you
I
the force commander or like platoon leader? What was your
Yep,
position?
I was the platoon leader.
Got it.
I was the platoon leader.
Nice.
And it
that was
was
tough because like now R18, not only did they basically apply pressure to you guys, but also DPSO. It felt like it was a 2-on-1 watching them getting cornered by both of you, and then all of a sudden DPSO and pigs are like, screw it, we're attacking each other. I'm like, what is happening? So
yeah, that was more of a. I didn't want to go after either of them. I wanted them both to attack each other, and then pigs could just simply ride the points all the way up until the end, and then just swarm everything and then take over.
like what you did last
not go that way. Yeah, it did not go that way clearly. But yeah, I started getting a little bit brassy, and I pushed into the NC, and then the Vanu started going after us, and I was like, yeah, well, it's not that bad. We have our bases set up. And then the NC turned around. I guess they got tired of fighting and such, and they went to go resecure their warp gate point. So now I'm faced between, do I want to lose my warp gate base, or do I want to have the NC have theirs? And I decided, you know what, it's fine. I'll let the NC have theirs. Everybody go back here. And so we're fighting DPSO. And DPSO, I think, was better than us for like person v person. I think both outfits had really, really good players.
that's mad respect, by the way,
they,
to say that. Honestly, everybody in
Yeah.
pigs don't take it personally, but that's huge respect. Continue.
Oh yeah, everybody did fantastic. There were a couple calls that I should have done, like not pulling off of that A point, because then we lost both of those bases, and that just secured R18's victory. And it's like, we won't be able to get these back in time. But I will say our Mozzie pilots really had everything on top of it. I had them using platoon chat to coordinate with each other and doing callouts and such. It really helped me with it. Bragda and Jared were both squad leaders, and they did really good.
I'd love to hear their point of view. Jared, how was your experience squad leading in the Alpha War?
Yeah, it was very good. I suppose with, as Tiger put it, his retirement, so he set this one out. It gave a lot of our members in pigs the opportunity to step up and take the leading role. I was one of these individuals. I came in, I'd like to think, pretty recently, and was offered the role to take lead and get that practice in. So during training, I did a protect into that kind of action. So I was the leader of Charlie's squad. We mainly were fighting on the VS front, to the right side of the map. That's a priority from your VS. Very eye opener. You're always up there. It was always harassing us. That was quite good work with your pilots. Let's see. Our first orders, because the idea was, as Steele put it, was to have the VS and MC fight each other. So we kind of sat back near our warp gate and tried, mainly focused on defense of what we had.
It sounds like similar to what CIK was trying to accomplish. Like, hope they go after wild cards and not us, and then just like you guys hung out for too long and they started taking too many territories. That's how R18 started owning more points. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. And I believe while us Charlie were basically mainly on the defense, the rest of our platoon went on offensive for the MC. I believe VS came in one point trying to take our warp gate, but no, it was a good valiant effort. Let's see. Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah. And so your job, do you remember like specific players or specific moments that like you're like, oh my God, it's that person again? Like anything that basically stood out to you that level? Because I was an observer cam, I saw a lot of stuff, but what was your experience like that? Or you would just always redeploy?
I'm afraid I was pretty narrow-minded in terms of map awareness, but we were sent to the middle of the map on the western side, and we were sent for offensive for Charlie. And I do note VS, I can't really point out any names, I'm afraid, but you guys did a very well crashing into the point the last second, and you capped it from us.
I saw that.
At the last second.
That was dirty.
Yeah.
That was dirty.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. It was awesome. Good work from
Thank you so much for that share. Let's go to Bragda. Bragda, are you a squad lead?
Yeah, I was in charge of Bravo. It was actually fun. I got to be in the last Outfit Wars and stuff, but I was just a regular nobody, and so I got to lead in this one.
Come on, you're a somebody. Don't say that. Continue.
No, so it was fun. I had a great squad, and I'm really proud of our platoon and actually what we did and accomplished and stuff. It was a lot of fun. Both sides did really well with what they got up against and stuff, and just had a lot of fun.
Awesome.
Like one of the cool experience. I don't know. It would be interesting to see from DPSO and Renegade what they're, because like we were on, I think it was G Point, and we were just hitting them with rocklets, or not rocklets, the rocket
It's
launcher.
Striker, right?
Yeah, Striker. I always say that.
I was like,
The Strikers, and we were just sitting there, just hitting them and stuff, and it was a lot of fun. We kept getting a bunch of us kept getting a lot of kills that way and stuff. I don't know if they felt the pressure from that or not, but it definitely suppressed their air from getting into our airspace. And then anytime they tried to do a galaxy drop on us, they pretty much got wiped instantly, and that was pretty fun.
yeah, it was actually really fun to be watching that entire fight and stuff. And so I just had never seen Recursion basically pull that much armor in my life. So that was interesting to watch as well. I was like, what is happening here? I saw like all their main infantry users are now in a car. I was like, okay, this is fun to watch. Who's in what car right now? But
yeah,
yeah.
There was a point in the battle where Steele had us go try to help the VS take back one of their warp gate bases. So we went in a gal to try to go over and take out the NC deployable, or like their spawn root points. And as we're flying over, we just see a massive like bunch of turrets and stuff that they built. Like, I don't know. I'm assuming that's what they did at the start of the fight. They just went over there and built this massive base. But they probably had 15 turrets or something like that. It was ridiculous. Like, it was kind of interesting. It was a unique strategy and stuff. So it was kind of fun.
Awesome. Well said.
Just to clarify.
Yes, go ahead.
We realized pretty quickly that we're going to need DPSO's help if we're ever going to win. And so I saw that DPSO was basically getting hemmed in there at that base. And so I was like, okay, you know what, Bregda, I need you to take your squad, and I need you to go and free up DPSO, destroy all the NC spawns, just basically get all the NC pressure off of them. He goes there, and he's fighting there, and he brought a router with him, so he keeps on spawning and such. And I checked the population, and all of DPSO has left the hex. So it's just him, it's just Jared in the NC fighting. And I'm just sitting over here with my hands on my head, like, what? Like, what? And then they immediately pushed us. And so now I've got a squad on the other side of the map, and I've got to get him back. And DPSO is not where I was hoping they would be, to go with that push. But other than that, yeah, you guys did great. I do want to give a shout out to Ugly Boots. He was a fantastic person on the ground. He did really good.
Awesome. And, Ugly Boots is on the other team or your team? I'm not sure.
Our team.
Got it. Okay, because I was like, what? I was like, I don't see any Ugly Boots.
Yeah.
Everybody's
I will
great
say,
looking boots. What are you talking about? I'm just kidding.
R18. I had set myself up on some of the farther bases, kind of ghost capping. And I have not died so quickly after spotting someone. Like, I just jumped down and prepared to shoot at him, and he just turned around and just sprayed me and killed me instantly.
As soon as he gets a kill, he has to lift his hands off his keyboard and mouse, and then claps. That's the way they do it. It's pretty good stuff.
Yeah, it was.
That is awesome.
So yeah, anyways, I'm a little miffed that we didn't win, but
don't worry, man.
Just
look at that as all fun experience, man, and you get more opportunities to get out there. That was awesome.
Oh yeah.
Let's go over to R18, and I got some new members. I just hopped in here, and it looks like Mike Honcho's on R18. If you want to put your brackets on so we can show your list of your members together, we're going to start with R18 member at the top. If I can say your name right. Aspari, is that correct? Asbury. I'm just kidding, I'm not going to try again. How do I say your name? Sorry.
Aspari is fine.
Aspari, perfect. Let's start with you. What is your experience like? What is R18? I've never heard of it before. It's not like you're nobody. I just haven't done an Alpha Spotlight. If I haven't done an Alpha Spotlight with you, I don't know you. I'd love to get to know you. So please let me know what R18 is about.
we're an outfit from Briggs. We moved over with the server transfers. We only recently started back up. I'd have to defer you to Picard for the exact timeline. We're just a predominantly Australian outfit. For the outfit war, I thought we did quite well. I found it quite fun on all sides. I personally think bronze was the best fight out of all of them. There, I rather enjoyed myself.
When you say the
So-
best, describe to me what you mean by best.
Because we're no, I'm kidding.
Ah!
No, just it was really close all round. It wasn't a stomp. DPSO pigs, you guys did great on all sides. I don't remember the name of the. I saw the DPSO guy
It's right
steal
there.
the. I thought that was hilarious.
They're all right. Yeah. Oh, the names of the players. Sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, sorry, no, I don't remember the guy that stole the ant from our light vehicle terminal. That was
That's
was
so
hilarious.
funny.
I loved that.
Sills, was it you?
Complete desperation. That would be me.
There
I
he
was
is.
looking at it. I didn't quite know what it was. I'm like, wow, that looks purple to me. And I see an ant appear. I'm like, oh.
I don't know what a lettuce bin is. They keep saying lettuce bin. That's it's something I'll have to.
Let us
Google.
in.
Oh my. I get it now. I'm sorry. I've been looking at like, am I supposed to eat? Is that like a cue card for me to eat? And I keep thinking
It's been
of food.
devolving this whole time.
I did not know
Evolving
that. I'm
into
so
something else.
sorry.
It's a new species.
Don't worry. Continue going. R18. I'm getting confused by my friends in chat that are having a great time over there. Continue.
But yeah, look, in terms of tactics from our side, I'd have to defer you to Killinator. In terms of our timeline, I'd defer you to. But overall, I think everyone did really well. Really enjoyed it. Obviously, that was our first outfit war attendance. And I
Very
think
cool.
everyone did quite well.
And so you said something about R18. What does R18 stand for? It's like rated R, 18 plus outfit. Like
Renegade 18.
Okay. And so Renegade 18. How long have you guys been in Connery for? You guys moved from Soltech over to Connery, or?
We're from Briggs, but I'll pass you over to Picard for that. He's been here a couple weeks longer than I have.
Picard, please.
Yeah, g'day, Archie. Yeah, I run an R18, have for the last 6 odd years now.
Oh my god, you sound like Tiger.
No.
You listen to me, mate. You don't talk to
Don't
me like
worry.
that.
I have Arch Craig. I have Arch Craig that's like a pure copy, but continue.
He will say, yeah, we all sound the same, Australians do. Yeah, so I've been running for about 6 years now, and we're a Briggs outfit. We're a predominantly large-scale outfit, you know, other people may class us as a Zerg fit, whatever. We did fit that description, but we weren't just mindless dickheads. We pretty much had large-scale platoons, 3-scale platoons, and basically everyone knew who R18 were on Briggs. Some people had some weird thoughts about R18. Yell chat banter was always a thing, as Aussies are a very big banter nation of culture of people. We were just yell chat meta all the time. Some people loved the fact that R18 would always give them exhilarating fights. Yeah, they used population, so on and so forth. The R18 name came from, well, you were pretty much on the money there. It was originally called, from my co-founder who doesn't play with us anymore. He moved to England. He was originally going to call it Ratings 18. And I'm like, that's a terrible bloody name. That's fucking shocking. Don't ever call it that. I'm like, oh, what's this call? So I was Renegade 18. The R18 puts it across that we're an adult community. Basically, there are people in our outfit who are 50 plus years old. They've got kids of their own. They're not very vocal in the yell chat stuff, but they aren't amazing players. But there's a home for everybody. So we use, tactics or orders and stuff and all that sort of stuff. And they just want to play the game. They just want to have a community that are Aussies or whatever and just chill out and play this game.
Awesome.
That would be my best description of R18.
Very cool. And so if you're, I'm just going to throw it out there. If you're not Aussie, you don't want them in. Is that the situation? Or you'll let everybody in?
No, absolutely not. We've got Americans in our outfit who did participate with us in Outfit Wars as well. And also, I just want to clarify something on this salt wound of Serg/R18. Look, at the end of the day, why do we have Serg? Well, look, I'll have to put a thing out there about that. The reason why that happened is unfortunately, because of the developers' mismanagement of closing the Briggs server.
There are so many R18 characters that are locked on the Soltech server who cannot move their characters over, who have battle rank 100s, spent hundreds upon hundreds of dollars on this game, and the developers refused to move their characters over because they weren't in the transfer window, which is a crock.
I have a question for you, because the biggest
yeah,
thing I'm
go
gonna let
ahead.
you know is that there is a transfer from Soltech to Connery.
Not at the moment, no.
There
There's
was
so many people in my outfit who keep submitting tickets.
Andy had it already on Twitter. I don't think you guys actually follow on Twitter.
There is. I haven't heard of it anything yet because I can name even names drop in my hat.
No
Union
one.
Fight,
Let's
Crazy
just
Collins. They haven't been able to move their characters over.
Let's just say that. Do you guys follow? What do you guys follow as far as RPG is concerned? How do you get your news?
Reddit, get it from the Twitter feeds, maybe Facebook, wherever you can possibly get some news.
Stop reading Reddit and go over to Twitter if you don't mind, because that's where I get all my feed. Reddit, I went there once and I realized I shouldn't go there again. It kind of like destroys you as a human being. But
Reddit's poison.
It's incredible. Like I'm sitting there like I didn't know I was a sycophant. I didn't even know what that was, and so I started actually getting educated, and I was pretty amazed. It means brown noser. So
Yeah, there were server transfers. So basically, just to give you a bit of a history, because most people don't understand this, and they really don't understand what happened with Briggs. Now, I'll give you the quick version. So basically, there was an event called Log Inside 2 about 5 years ago, where literally it took 2 to 3 hours to log into Briggs. That took around 8 to 12 months to fix. It destroyed whatever Briggs population was around. What remaining Briggs population stayed. There were it was actually one of the most profitable servers at one stage as well. But then, if we run the clock forward, there was desync, hit rich
I have
registers,
a question
hit
for you.
registers,
I
all that
have
stuff.
I've done this conversation with probably 75. I would call them. I'm not going to call you a salty vet, but I'm saying 75 salty vets. I give them all an opportunity to basically speak, and I showed them proof points that this is a different team. So from January of 21st to 2020, that's when RPG gets announced, up until now, May 17th, 2020. Did you see anything that they did that you don't like, or are you thinking overall they did a satisfactory job in your opinion?
This is the original developers of what they did with Briggs. It was just, I don't know.
They're
I
not.
don't know
Just
what
basically whatever happened on January 21st, and talk about that point because that's when I showed up on January 8th.
From there and then on, RPG has done excellent jobs to the actual game's health and development of the actual game. I can't deny.
Perfect.
It's
So then,
just-
what I can tell you right now is I'm going to just help you because I know exactly the path you're on because I've already had conversations with 75 of you that had the same conversation. I was on Soltech talking to Time Trooper, all that. So, long story short, they are aiming down all these little pinpoints that they couldn't tackle because they didn't have the ability to tackle them at that time. And now I have the information on that. So we are going to see all that opportunity for you in the future. If you didn't right now, then I can't help you. But it will come. And I don't even need to say I promise. It's going to come. It's obvious that they already know a lot of the things they made mistakes on. And then this team has grown into an exponential team because they said they really enjoy the PS2 community for how freaking positive you guys are and giving us forced feedback on the things that you enjoy, and it makes it fun to work in. It sucks to work at a job when people say like, you, I'll just stick my up your. I mean, I don't need to say all that, but you get the idea.
I get the idea, bro. Like, thanks for that, man. I'm sure anything that they do in the future to kind of help people out with these issues will be more than greatly appreciated.
I would easily help you guys in any way, shape, or form. So there's a hotfix ideas up above on Planetside 2 location. I have Justin Golembo in the RPG position that you see in my Discord. I also, if you don't know anything about me, I try my off to be a bridge for the community and also to not bother the developers at all. I don't even message them or bother them. But I know how to curate information because I live in California right next to the developers. So I understand a little bit about the system of corporate behavior and just the overall how they want information without, hitting myself on the wall that they didn't respond to me within 24 hours or 48 hours. I don't care anymore. Like, the idea is I function as my own. I focus on my Twitch and I focus on what I can give them as far as intel, so they don't have to actually hire a PR person right now. And so then they don't need to ever hire a person like me. But that's the disconnect that I saw when I first came into Planetside. And they were able to see that and respect all you guys for it and start attacking that behavior. Andy Seitz made that message on the 21st that says he'll be more transparent than ever, and you should check out Twitter, man. He is literally posting everything you talk about the day of, every hour. Stop looking at Reddit. Reddit's only going to be like one major post at the very top, and that's the one you really liked. But other than that, you'll hear him respond to everything. He responds via text, even messages. No head of any company should be that freaking hardcore as far as on any social media platform, but he's doing it. I mean, he's amazing. But that's my opinion, because I've been around a lot of different heads of companies and they don't have the time to do so. But he's putting in that effort, which is really cool. But other than that, I know you guys have showed up and you have passion, and that passion never gets heard. And I feel like I can give you guys at the very end to say anything you guys want, and I can show you proof, the points and the pudding and all the things like that. So that team that was before wasn't the team that Andy had opportunities with. Andy now has full rights to take the Planetside franchise and the future of Planetside 3. He can do whatever the hell he wants to get at least income. Imagine I'm an investor and I give you a project versus me telling you how to do the project. I'm like, I need 20% of my $1 million in 2 years. That's it. Figure it out. And you're like, cool. And you just do whatever the hell you want. That's the situation if you want to think about it that way.
That's very cool.
That means he has full rights to whatever pathing he wants, and he knows the community is very powerful through these conversations. And I'm trying to show the community, don't shoot yourself in the foot. Don't be what we saw in the past, because 5 years ago it makes total sense to be that way, because that's what you guys had to do to get attention, I guess. Now it's about what can we do as a community to not shut down new players? What can we do as a community to not make Daybreak, who owns $1.3 billion in investments accounts, to say, hey, screw the Planetside 2 community because they are so damn toxic. We have plenty of investment money in other areas. Let's go make a different MMO. We don't need to basically worry about Planetside franchise anymore. Let's exit because you guys already destroyed PSA. And it makes sense. I know why. We don't have to go down path. But the point is, you see where I'm going with this?
You know, I get you.
Okay. I just want to make sure I've done this for everyone else. But
we
I
understand.
Yeah.
One of the biggest changes though going forward, as well for us Aussies. I get it. We're on a Connery server, but we were forced to go there. Can we please address the qualifying time phrase? Because your prime time is me sleeping at 4 a.m.
Right. And so
yeah, but I have something to add to that though.
Go ahead,
So
Tommy.
if you guys, so I understand that you guys like the qualifying time is messed up for you, but if they moved it so that you guys would have time to do it, you guys would just, I see how much you guys dominate in your time zone. You guys would just destroy the scoreboard, grinding whenever none of the other bigger outfits are on at the time. You guys are really skilled, and you guys just destroy during your Aussie time.
Like, I actually agree. Like, it's just mostly just because no one's really on at that time, so it'd just be a complete ghost cap.
So here's an example of the situation that you guys are facing and Daybreak's facing, all of this. New player experience needs to be addressed. Once that gets addressed, you will have insane amount of new servers. That's the first thing I want to let you know. You will get your server back. I guarantee it. The other thing is we're losing about 10,000 new players every single week. That's unique IDs. That means a new player makes an account. Within 10 minutes, gets disenfranchised, claps him, and he basically rage quits and leaves the game. Or disenfranchise, whichever one of those guys. We can't basically do anything to slow it down other than beg the Zergfits to help the new players enjoy the game for the first 10 minutes. Put them in a vehicle. You guys all know what to do. And that's why I really cherish Zergfits, because we don't have a new player experience. It's the Zergfits that give them that experience. Some of them are bad. Yes, we know that. But overall, they're good versus them going solo. That's the sad truth that we're facing. That's why Zergfits suck for midfits and small fits. But there is no reason why we should get rid of them, because that's the new player experience. Because the midfits and the small fits won't take everyone, and that's why.
Can I butt in here for a second?
Yeah.
I would like to add that with Desolation and the qualifiers and whatnot, something that a lot of my guys and a lot of our outfit friends and whatnot would like to see is outfit alliance. I think if Daybreak figures out a way to kind of integrate alliances into Outfit Wars, I think that could be pretty beneficial for all the smaller
Yeah.
and mid-sized outfits in the game.
Yeah, that way,
It
like,
could-
sorry,
Good.
but it's just like that way, like, especially so because, like, I think we had Fool and Solix playing for us in the first round. I think R18 had at least a squad of IS&C. That way they can get like some recognition too. Like that way it's not just like rewards distributed only to R18 tags, but like IS&C tags as well, or search tags, etc.
Very, very well said. I'm gonna validate you guys on that comment, but I also want to give Emerald in here and give them a chance to have their shout outs, and then we're gonna go and do a spray and pray for everybody to let me know what we can do here to get you guys a better experience. And R18, you guys want to basically talk about your strats or anything like that, or express about what Space Pigs did or DPO did, and give them some love back?
Yeah, I'd like to say a big shout out to DPSO and the Slider One and the boys, as well as Steel Slayer and the guys from Pigs. Just thanks for putting on an awesome show today, an awesome match, and it was really positive. And just getting to hear Steel Slayer talking about some of the things. I've been a leader in Planetside 2 for a long time. I've been playing this game since for over 7 years now, and just hearing the way you're talking about some of your leadership challenges, you've got a bit of a ways to go, mate, but you're definitely on the right track, bro. And any opportunity like this, like I've lost time and time and time again. I've lost more times than I can count, but every time you lose, you learn, bro. It's a bit of an old adage. Every time you lose, you learn, bro. So just keep at it, man. Keep grinding away.
Well said.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That was. I couldn't have said it better, you little.
Actually, I want to just throw something in real quick. So you guys mentioned how like you guys have 4 a.m. prime times, dude. Well, I had to stay up to 4 a.m. to make the Aussie pickups, dude. Like,
He got you there.
Fucking got him.
Likewise.
Gotta do
like, dude, me and them pussy would stay up to 3 or 4 in the morning. We had to make the Aussie pickup.
Easy on the language, guys. I can tell
Easy
Archie's
on
dying
the
over.
language.
Empowered.
Please.
Empowered.
Those of you who don't know what that is, for my community that I am a part of, Resurgency, I think that's Saturday morning for you guys, early morning. We run a pickups where we run 6v6 scrims, or sometimes if the pop blows out, like 12v12 or 8v8. So, but that's normally only open to people who have special accounts on Jaeger. So, but it's kind of like a bit of an invite only thing, but we are open to people that have those to come and join us.
Do you play with Lizard?
Yes.
So you're the group that I can't hang out with. Damn it.
Oh no.
Oh,
I wanted to showcase your 6v6s, but I guess
that's
you
us,
guys
mate.
wouldn't
Shout out to Lizard.
you wouldn't be able to keep it family
Hit
friendly.
Lizard with hammer.
No, I mean I wanted to really see what 6v6s look like, and it was really cool for B-Way to give me a chance to taste that, and it was very cool for T to give me a taste of it, and I think it's insane on how much I've grown in Planetside 2 for the 5 years I played as an outfit leader. Those 1 or 2 sessions was enough to make me feel super confident as an FPS shooter. That was all I needed. And I don't think there's a single outfit out there that if you are not on Jaeger as an outfit leader, you're nerfing your outfit. I swear to God, it sounds ridiculous I'm saying that right now, but you are nerfing your outfit because there are things on Jaeger that I learned from these teams. I can't unlearn it. It pisses me off on all the stupid things I used to do. And
So,
now
Archie,
I'm
I've
amazing.
got a question for you, mate. Have you discovered the right angle peak?
Oh, I know. It's
Oh
amazing.
no.
Have you been
I
illuminated?
played
have you
against.
been illuminated to some arcane angles, my friend?
We
It's amazing.
briefly.
He got right
Herp
angled
it-
with B.
Herp and I briefly showed him the right angle peak, but we did.
I have a video of
wanna
me killing
introduce that to him
Disenfranchised,
too
and I said,
much.
clip it. I'm done. We're basically owning this.
So
I know that
how
I'd
much-
see Archie right angle peeking me every freaking time I
God,
came
it was
into a building.
amazing. It was great. I never knew it about like how your body's fully out. Yeah. The long story short, I don't want to make everybody have to do it. But I do recommend the fact that, hey, Recursion started it. They did. With the idea of trying to train all the players on the server to say, this is what we do, take it or leave it. And everybody in the stream, we had only 50 viewers at that time, which was huge. I didn't have any more than 50 at the moment. Right now we have 200. But at the time we had 50, and everyone enjoyed it. Everyone learned something from it, even though they have been in the game for 7 years. And it's like, what have we been doing this whole time as a community if we haven't been able to power level the game of our players, you know? And then we just go and clap people, and then we're like, hey, you know, you need to go learn on your own. No, just say, like, if you're interested in joining me, here's...
I think for the most part, I think a good portion of the community, well, at least the quote unquote skilled community, tries its best to try and teach. I think part of the problem is that we don't have an environment that we can realistically do this on, because like Mike said, Jaeger's kind of reserved for a few people. I've been blessed enough to actually have 4 accounts that I can use, but I share them with 4 other people. So it's very difficult in order to organize these training sessions. For a while we used Coltier, but you know, Coltier got taken away. So, but I think it also comes from a mentality that I think a lot of players just don't know how to approach asking someone, you know, if they'd be willing to teach them. And
If I told
for the
you,
most
if I
part,
told you when I was a kid, if I was in high school, I'd be super intimidated of you. I would not be able to have to ask you personally as Recursion, the way you guys represent yourself.
I am always down to train people. Just note that I've been really busy lately.
No, just the fact that if you even say hi back is already powerful enough. You have to understand that. Like, that's enough to basically lower the bar, enough to where they'll wait for those dates. It's not about you being busy. It's just that the way Recursion is set up, the way some other outfits are set up, it's like, I need a 4-year PhD degree just to be able to talk to you. I don't think I'm confident enough to even say hi to this person yet. I have to have 5,000 kills or 1 million kills, and then maybe you can say, hey, I'm equal to you. I can say hi to you now. That's not the way life is, man. I don't know anything. I just say I don't know anything, and everybody was willing to share. But if you say you know something, that's when you look arrogant, and it makes you look bad. So I was like,
right, and I do think that's part of the problem is that, like, if I encounter a player that I've killed several times, and it's like at a small fight, and I feel bad, and I want to approach them, but like the biggest concern is I don't want to come off as condescending, like, oh, well, I'm just trashing on you. Would you like to learn to get better at playing the game? Like, it can kind of come off as condescending. So I try and, you know, just put out word out there that I'm accepting people that I can train, and hope to God that some people are receptive of it. I mean, I can only teach what I know, and so
why don't you say, would you like to join us for an event?
an event.
Yep.
Kind of event.
It's don't even that you don't need to describe the event. The idea is to see if they're interested in even talking to you.
Oh,
Can I
okay.
cut in
And
for a
it's
second?
yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
So one thing I think that needs to happen is the game needs to be more focused on pushing new players into outfits.
Oh yeah,
Because what happens, a lot of
Rel's
people,
doing that. Yeah, he's already went ape crap over the previous one. He's like, I'm doing it. It's happening.
that goes hand in hand.
because a lot of people just run
Ghost.
around randomly when they're low level and they don't know what they're doing, and then they get bored and then they quit because they're getting pounded by experienced players, and they're just not having fun.
Is
And
Lizard
if they
in
join
chat?
like,
Oh, I thought he was in chat for a second. I was like, Lizard's here. He's the Jaeger god. But yeah, continue.
but if they like join an outfit and they start joining like platoon ops and stuff, it's gonna be a lot more fun, and more people will get taught how to play the game, and it'll be a lot more enjoyable, and the retention rate will be a lot higher. So
Yeah.
they almost need to start like dumping new players into outfits or having mentor outfits or something like that.
If I told you at the new player experience that I want to force, we'll go down a super path. Let's just go get I want to hear the actual other sides of the Emerald server, and we'll come back to this topic if people are still interested in actually having that debate. R18, I want to make sure you guys go and finalize your points because I want to go to VCO and hear Judica's lead and win for Emerald. And we gave him 1 minute each, guys. I feel so bad. I'm so sorry, Emerald. But the way it was designed is that every Emerald team went to overtime. I was like, this is insane. They went to 750, 742, and 699. That's like overtime, in my opinion. And it was a very close match, which was insane. R18, anything else you want to say before I move over to Judica and hear VCO's points? And they are from the NC, from Emerald, and then we also have other outfits from Prey, and we have Kane1, and I believe we have Fear. We already talked to you guys. Okay.
Yeah, I got a couple of things to say, Archie.
Please.
I just want to give a shout out to Batty and Leroy from Darsenfall.
Leroy Jenkins?
Ringed my ringers. Yes, I had Leroy Jenkins. So that might have been the guy when you were Steel Slayer, when you were trying to hit the ground, you're already dead before you got there.
Was
special
Leroy playing
thanks
tonight?
to Chaotic Snake, Bender, obviously Picard, the guys in the construction crew, the QRF team, as well as everyone from Alpha and Charlie. Big thanks to everyone from Renegade 18 and Resurgency for coming together for this special event and working together as a team as two outfits of completely different ideologies, play styles, and just about every other thing. So everyone came together and worked together as one cohesively as best as we possibly could in the short time frame that we were given to put it all together. So just a big thanks, guys.
Well said. Well said. I actually started freaking out because I thought you personally actually know Leroy Jenkins. And I forgot. Like, maybe he's joking. I don't know yet. I was just like, oh, maybe he's joking. I was like,
No, Leroy the Planet Man.
okay,
Leroy
good.
Twizzlers, right?
Yeah, Twizzlers.
Yeah, I love them.
Awesome. And I didn't get a chance to go to Sills. And yeah, I didn't hear you share. Did you want to add anything? You said you had some pointers. I did it right?
Nothing right now, actually. Like, it's been said by the other two on DPSO so far, so.
Awesome. No problem, man.
Just
I'm
as
gonna-
well, Archie, I poked Lizard in TeamSpeak. I haven't heard back from him yet.
I know he's been super busy, man. And if you guys didn't, well, I can't tell you any of that. No, I have to keep it secret.
Lizard was smashed by Hammer.
Oh, by hammered? Every time I shot?
No, nothing. I'm just hoping he'll watch through this and hear that.
Oh yeah, I know. Seriously, dude, the guy's awesome. I love him. Okay, on that point, let's go over to VCO Judica. Thanks for being super patient, man. Tell me about your experience on the gold rank and what was your strategy going into it? I cannot believe you guys turned it around like that.
First thing I have to say, Archie, and you have to take this in the way it's meant, which is in humor. We've learned how much you really get excited over a comeback.
Oh, I love it so much. Holy crap, I'm like having a heart attack. Because like that's like my bread and butter. I've always been able to like really enjoy the Lakers. Kobe Bryant's my freaking legend. And all I do is hug my dad and like my family. We're all like jumping up and down and like we're ready for the shot and like 3, 2, 1 and he shoots and I just tackle everyone and it's like my bread and butter in my life. And so when I saw you guys do a comeback, I was just flipping out. I'm not a shotcaster, guys. I'm just the guy that wants to see an epic fight. Go ahead.
Yeah, I haven't had a chance to watch your stream yet because I was too busy playing, obviously. But I want to watch the end of it and see you.
I was flipping out.
Yeah, it was a great match, I thought. AODR, SKL, it was just a great match from everybody. And I do have to represent, I think the Emerald matches are some of the best matches.
Yeah.
If you go back and
I'll
look
give
at
you
how
guys that
close
as
all
well.
the Emerald matches were. I mean, a lot of people worked very hard to get where they are.
Yep.
And it was a great match. Nobody gave up. Nobody got stomped. Everyone worked really, really hard. And that's how it turned out. That we were kind of a little bit, I was a little bit, and I don't know what some of the other guys were, but I was a little bit nervous going in because I had a sneaking suspicion that, yeah, we won last time, so everybody's going to focus us. But it started out a little bit that way, and then it looked like the other two factions wanted to win, so they actually started fighting each other a little bit. And then everybody just started tooth and nail clawing, trying to get to the top. And that's where we ended up.
Dude, it was awesome, man. I mean, hands down, that was a lot of fun watching it. My energy levels, guys, this entire event was probably my all-time low. I would say I'm on empty tank from the start of Soltech all the way till now. You probably are wondering why I haven't pushed the button a million times over and do all those crazy things that I do in the very beginning. And I have been extremely busy for the last 5 days, just talking and networking and just getting the...
Oh, God.
What?
I didn't push it. I didn't push it.
Got him.
What the hell? Somebody else has a button. I didn't push a button. That was pretty cool. Sorry.
Let's
I
just play
clicked that.
Marsh.
I'm sorry. I just totally lost my train of thought. Where the hell was I going with this? Oh yeah. So VCO, great basically comments on that. What was your strategy in the very beginning? You knew you were going to do 2-on-1, and then you guys chose to back off and just hold your 2 points. What was the thing?
Yeah, we thought we were going to end up getting pushed, so we wanted to hold a little bit to make sure that we didn't get stomped, I guess is the best way to say it. And after, I mean, we had a little bit of an air squad running. We had a tiny armor column. I had the armor column this time. We decided on lightnings this time. We had harassers last time and they weren't really effective. So we went with some lightnings this time. And AODR was beating with their mozzies on our reavers. So a lot of our squad leads, and we had some great squad leads, they were getting their Valks taken down, and we had a little bit of problem in the beginning until we got the air thing straightened out. But we just got ourselves to where we were settled. It took us a little while to get going. And then after we got going, it was a matter of trying to work progressively and going from there. We did avoid, I've watched some of the other wars. A lot of them are using construction. We tried to avoid that, in all honesty. We felt we're better airborne infantry than we are builders. So other than routers, we didn't really go for too much construction at all. That we tried to focus with our infantry work and our air work.
Well said. And what was SKL to you guys when you guys first came in? And what was AODR? Because I know you guys actually work closely. You guys know each other. Did you actually know their strats? Did you think that they're going to basically do a specific pull because you know them from main server? What was the things that stood out to you guys?
We weren't sure what was going to happen. Again, we fought with SKL last time. And as you saw, we were darn close on that one as well.
Holy
I mean,
crap.
that was the closest match in Outfit War 1. So we figured we were going to probably see a similar type thing. We didn't know whether anybody was going to wildly change strategies. We didn't fight against AODR last time, so I didn't know what to expect. AODR is a good outfit. They have a lot of good players. So we weren't quite sure what we were going to get on that side. So it was a play it by ear. And
I've never had a chat like this in my entire life.
Arshee, can I just quickly jump in for just a second?
Yeah.
Arshee?
Yeah.
Take the tie off.
Okay,
Yeah,
fine. I'll take
I'm
the
gonna
tie.
agree.
I'll
Take
the
it
tie.
off.
Like a half hour
Take
ago,
it
Mick.
off.
I'll take a day
Take it off.
There we go.
Just the time.
All right. So,
All
Judica.
right, no, that's two.
Now
That's two.
don't
That's
twirl
two.
the tie.
That's two.
Oh my god.
Oh, yeah.
I have to give props to Walmart Greeter. He was our platoon lead,
Yeah.
same as last time. He does a spectacular job at this. And all our squad leads did a great job getting where they needed to be and doing what they needed to do. So it was an overall group effort, and we
It
had
was
fun.
really good. Yeah, I basically called you guys out multiple times during me cheering you on because I was trying to tell SKL, I'm not an NC main, but VCO is coming. And then I said to AODR, I'm a TR player, but VCO is. I was trying to make sure nobody goes crazy about Arshee's a VS main or he's an NC main, and I don't like that. I'm like, I'm not. I just want to see epic battles. But yeah, that was really cool. And well said. And I'm going to go up to SKL. They're right next to you. Let's hear their opinion and their strats. And tell me about yourself if you don't mind, Uberish.
Sure. So my name's Uberish. I've been playing since beta. I've only been in 2 outfits, Azure Twilight and SKL. So shout out to old Azure Twilight guys. I got to echo the same thing that Judoka said. That was a fantastic match, and I appreciate having the rematch with Voodoo. It was amazing. We didn't really know how they were going to play to how they were going to deploy or things of that nature. We changed our strategy up quite largely, considering how we started the last time. We went construction heavy. We didn't employ any armor. Air was minimal. At one point, there was me and Tyrone flying around in a Valk popping guys, and that's about it. The goal with us was to use our strengths. We have a lot of construction nerds in SKL that just love building, and we love to play to our strengths and loving just getting people to do what they like in SKL. So we had probably around half a squad to almost 3/4 a squad of builders spread out throughout. And what we were trying to do was create fortified positions. And one of our strong points we wanted to build was to AOD, because we weren't sure how they were going to go, if they were going to haul armor. So we wanted to create a walled off area that could kind of give us a bit of reprieve while we do some jumping around on Voodoo side. But the overall, our guys had a lot of fun. For SKL, we're not an intense outfit, Osper. We are a Zerg fit. We are the Zerg fit. We enjoy it and we embrace it.
Well said.
The thing for us is we had a lot of BR30s and BR20s in Outfit Wars 1, and they loved it. And we took a lot of new players in this as well. We were trying to get more experienced people as well, because we were trying to be competitive. We want to win. We've got that thirst for victory that's still unquenched at this time. But we really wanted to still expand the new player experience, because that's what we were about. As much as the hate as we get on SKL for having the numbers, it's just something we deal with and are used to. We want to be able to bring new players in, BR30 or less, BR40 or less, and just get them part of something. Whether they stay with us, they leave to do another outfit, they go and do something else, that is their prerogative. We just want to make sure that they come in and have a good time. And anytime we do something like this, we try to include as many of them as possible to ensure that maybe they'll stick around, maybe they'll take an interest in it, and maybe specialize in something in the future.
Well said. And how long have you and VCO been knowing each other, and how long have you been a part of SKL?
I joined SKL in 2018. I would say I know VCO, not basically personally, but from shooting him and them shooting me, mostly the latter, since around 2018.
Fantastic. And then also at the same time, you can tell me about AODR and your experience with them, because you guys did a 3-way epic fight. Were you part of that Bastion 3-way war?
Yes. So, and that's always a riot. Anytime we're pulling a Bastion and we can get in with AODR or any of the bigger outfits, but AOD have a lot of respect for them. Anytime we come across them, especially the Reapers, we definitely have our heads either punched in or something else.
Awesome.
But we've got players that are willing to build a dam by jumping off a bridge, so that's just what we do.
Very, very cool. And you said you're a Zerg fit. You accept anyone, is that correct?
Exactly. So there's no requirements. However, we have specialists inside that will do a little deeper searching and trying to find people who are more interested in a hardcore or stronger team play aspect. But we take anybody and everybody.
Very cool.
The SKL Reapers, right? I think I've seen them around when I used to play a bit with Buick. Pretty solid guys.
Yeah, the Reapers with AOD, it was Praetorians that were with SKL originally, and then now we have the Hunter Killers that are filling that.
Nice. And then they're going to leave and turn into Hunt, right?
I told Rage, who runs it, I said he's dead to us if he leaves.
Let's go ahead.
We'll
and,
just absorb and pray.
We don't have AODR here, so rest in peace. I'm just kidding. Let's go over to Prey, and then we'll go 8 seconds and 1 TMI. Is Prey here?
Dude, you gotta give me something to work with. I'm on my phone. My phone's mic is whack.
Oh, no worries. When you say something, oh my God, we've got Lizard here. Let me get him in here. Let me get Lizard in here. I haven't seen Lizard in forever, so I'm gonna give him some rights. There you go. So
Lizard with hammer.
Oh, good eye, Lizard.
Lizard's got like so many different tags. He's got like tattoos across his chest. He's got everything. You can see Insurgent, Surge, Gobs. Might as well just put / SKL, everything. Just put in there. How you doing, Lizard?
I'm good, man. How are you?
Dude, long time no see, man. It's been a long time. Are you back in the game? Are you actually able to have fun? Or
Yeah, came back for Outfit Wars for the most part and had a good run with R18 today. It's great.
Wait, you did Outfit Wars?
Yeah,
Today?
I was one of the squad leads for R18.
You little. Why didn't you tell me?
I don't know, man. Got to keep things Got to keep it
That's
true.
true.
Behind my back.
What was your name in the game?
Kylok Sensei.
And then there's no way I would know it. Yeah, if I saw
Yeah.
lizard, you know what I would have done. I'd be like, it's lizard right there. So, I'll be looking for moments for you to die. That's pretty sad. I do that for my friends. But anyways, tell me what was your squad leading like? I know I'm going straight to lizard, guys. Lizard has done me a huge, I can't tell you what it is, but he's done a lot for me, and I want to basically always give the love back whenever I get a chance, and I know he's got limited time. So, Lizard, tell me about RAT.
Okay, I don't
What was the thing?
I don't want to derail this too much,
No,
but
no,
it
no,
was
yeah,
it was great for us. It was a very fast-paced match. DPSO was doing mean things to our squad, but at the end of the game, we felt like we got through it. Yeah, it's great.
Awesome. And well, are you saying like pigs weren't as mean? They were really like they were nice.
Oh, we were mostly focusing DPSO, or the VS front, more than the pigs front.
Well, that's just insulting to us.
No, he's on a different front. He's saying he's got one
No,
squad. He's
no,
a squad lead.
my squad was on the
Yeah,
V.
yeah.
Rather.
It's Steel Slayer. He's got one squad, like just like Recursion did. Recursion only had basically the western wing and they had the eastern wing, so he only got to see the DPSO side of the entire fight. And every one of their squads were split. I think your entire team as pigs moved together as a platoon. They had one squad. You stay there until you die. That's an example of what they did. But yeah, thank you for that, Lizard. I appreciate it. Let's
Did
go
we have
back
someone
to.
hot micing?
It's Lizard right now at the moment, but.
Oh, sorry, I'm mute.
Let's go back into Prey. Prey. We were basically having discussions. What do you know so far? What we're doing? I just want to know you guys got in the qualifiers. You guys worked your butts off, and now you're here in Alpha Wars. What did you guys learn on your own? Did you guys actually talk to B-Way? Did you bring B-Way with you? I would love to know all those little cool things.
Oh, okay. Oh, this is a long conversation, Arshee. I'm not sure you want to have.
Let's just do it for a total of 3 minutes. We'll do that. Try your
All
best.
right, so there's this guy. His name's Nocturnal. His name's Nocturnal Gannett. All right, he's also a lead at Prey. He's low key a genius. I don't think he knows it. This man does a lot of research, right? So getting into qualifications, we went ahead and hopped on Jaeger. We tested out every single experience type in the game, making sure what gave us score, what didn't give us score, so that we weren't wasting time online. There were a total of 24 hours, and we had several. I'm talking like 40 plus people devoted on staying on, and they all stayed on for all 24 hours, and it was insane. Those 3 days of qualifying was battle, dude. A lot of battle. So many kills, so many fights. Mosh pits mostly, but a lot of kills.
That was awesome. I think there was a point where Shade's like, hey, can you go give these guys some motivation? I was like, sure, what do they need? And it's like, just push the button. I'm like, all right.
Oh, we needed that, man.
The button was revitalizing, dude. Oh, so there's this guy. His name's K2, all right? If y'all run into K2, give him some love, because
I
he'll
will.
give you some love back.
I will.
Proximity chat is a magic thing.
That is awesome. There was a team on TG, I think, I'm not sure, who did proxy chat with like a recorder. It was weird. I don't know what the heck it was, but it was like a flute that was off beat and off sound. I just couldn't handle it. I don't even know how humanity can handle that, but somehow it gives people energy. Everybody's got their own proxy thing.
K2 just screams his wherewithal to the heavens. It's a glorious thing.
That's awesome. I would actually love to see what K2 does. That's hilarious. You guys should sign up for an Alpha Spotlight. I'd love to basically get a chance to see you guys.
We're doing it. Yeah, we'll do it soon. We got you. So we qualified, right?
Yeah.
We qualified. We got through the grind. We all celebrated. We chilling. We on a high, right? We go and take an outfit picture. By the way, the outfit picture was fire, right?
Yeah.
Then the planning comes in.
Uh-oh.
And the bosses of Prey, me included, and we spent a lot of time we spent maybe 3 days making a roster. Another 2 days setting up a PowerPoint presentation for our opening move.
Do you guys do this for work?
No, dude. we do this because members deserve.
Everybody's a student. Nobody has a job right now.
The best part is nobody does this for their own work, and then we do so much for the game. And I just love it hearing this because I did the same thing before.
Wait, you guys aren't getting paid?
Bro, my members pay me in roast.
I'm
My mem-
technically giving them money. I have a membership right now.
That is hilarious.
We get
Bro,
paid
I
in
bring,
experience.
I make like $3,400 playing this game. I thought you guys knew that.
Yo, share, bro. You could
Can I
be
get a
paying
bonus
my
check,
membership.
please?
Yeah,
Come
dude.
on,
I'm
bro.
making
Get some
600 a week
bonus
playing
checks
this
out of
game.
you.
Whoa, I did not mean to derail it that bad.
I'm like, you son of a. It's like, I'm out. I'm
so
out of here.
sorry.
All right, I'm
Archie,
setting up
take
a GoFundMe.
it back. Take it back,
I
Archie.
I mean, you look at Slatter's profile picture, you know he's a rich man. What do you think my contract
so
with him is?
funny.
Reddit's going to be interesting tomorrow.
Oh God, I know.
100K.
It's gonna be fun to hear that.
I'm not driving a Lambo with at least well, that's a bit
Yo,
not safe
Zerg
for work.
Street leaders be balling out these days, man. I don't know how
Yeah,
they.
dude.
That's it, man.
So I have some sort of weird reason. I'm really good at having a good memory, but I'm failing to remember it. Did one TMI show up or not? I think the silver bracket. They did show up, right?
Yeah, we did.
They
Who
showed
was-
up. They put up a good fight.
Who was the one that didn't show up? Is Emerald? Everyone showed up then, right?
91 AR, I believe.
91
That
AR.
sounds right.
91 AR. It's a NC faction on Cobalt.
Oh, okay. It was Cobalt then. Okay, thank you. I was just like, which one of these number outfits did not show up?
Yep.
Yeah, it was 91 AR. Okay, perfect. Okay, so that means
Props to
one
one TMI for showing up.
because I
regardless
have
of the
one
drama.
TMI ex general over here. I was confused what that means. But I'll learn from his point of view in just a second. So your fight, Prey, you're going against these two individuals. How much do you know about 8 seconds, and how much do you know about one TMI before you get into this fight?
Before the match, honestly, we didn't know much about them. We obviously researched what we could online. We didn't do any of that sketchy, I'm in your Discord, I'm spying on you. Just a friendly DM, like, let's battle it out, let's have some fun. Other than that, all the planning we did was mostly on our behalfs, playing to our strengths. And, well, it's a competitive event, yeah. But at the same time, it's like, it's a 3-faction battle, right? So it can go any way at any time. You don't understand what the other people are thinking, and so play for fun. Don't play for don't take yourselves too seriously. And in the end, it's a learning experience. We're gonna come back harder next time. Y'all ain't gonna be ready for Prey next time, dude. You aren't ready.
Ladies and gentlemen, it looks like Prey is going to basically ask for round 2. He's going to be clapping fools live on stream. What's going to happen when B-Way decides to go in there? How are you guys going to feel about that?
Oh, Prey is not gonna be ready.
Nope. Nope, they got us.
That's pretty good. I loved it when I said that. You guys are like, nope, we're done. That's our father. We're done.
Grandfather. Grandpa.
Oh, Grandpa. I forgot. I'm so
It's
sorry.
Grandpa Shades.
Grandpa Shades. Grandpa Shades. That's so funny. Let's go over to one TMI. I love how it says one TMI. Is like too much information? Is that what it stands for? And that's for
it's
Stern Mobile Infantry. But tell me about it generally. This is your ex version of it. Is your girlfriend in there or something?
No. It's there's a lot of drama, and I think that Reddit has enough of that. But I think that the important thing is that the fundamentals is basically there was some internal drama with the leaders. I had the distinct honor of leading an excellent group of people as the Outfit Wars team, and we had started to kind of just be our own autonomous thing. And when the drama started happening, we kind of looked at how it was being handled, and internally we talked it out, and everyone decided, yeah, we can't really say anything about the original drama, but based on how it was handled, we're just gonna go ahead and go our own way. We talked it out with the leaders, and we didn't. Obviously, it's leaving like this is never. There are going to be some hurt feelings, but I think we're on pretty good terms at this point. But aside from that, I would actually really like to just talk about the fight itself because it was a lot of fun. I know you were talking about. I had mentioned to you privately that there was a possibility we might end up not showing up. There are some people who were talking about trying to quit beforehand before we were able to discuss things. But I'm really glad that we were able to show up. There were a lot of stupid things that were said and done that beforehand, before everyone kind of got a good night's sleep last night and was able to come at it with a straight head. And I think I was part of that too. So I'm glad that we were able to, cooler heads prevailed, and we were able to come out with a really, really fun, good, entertaining match today.
Very cool.
And just
I
in,
just
in
remember,
terms of,
I just remember at one point in time somebody didn't show up. I was like, "Is it you guys?" And I saw X. I'm
Yeah.
like, "Oh, it had to be them." And I was like, "No, I know.
Yeah, no.
It's not
No.
X for that. It means X for."
It's just I just haven't updated the tags because we are forming a new outfit, but we haven't decided on a name yet. So it kind of is what it is. And I am still here, just kind of like last little representation for the old outfit.
Very cool. What did you do in that outfit? Were you the platoon lead, squad lead? What were you?
Yeah, I was force commander, as platoon leading our group. We actually, after our outing at the last Outfit Wars, we decided to get real organized. And like we had our team, so we tried to get our team set up like a couple weeks ago, and kind of similar to how Prey was saying, just sit down with everyone, figure out, all right, this is our roster, this is how we're going to plan, this is how we're going to train, this is how we're going to get everything grouped up. I think our basic strategy was we wanted to have some very live up to the name mobile infantry. We had a couple of different groups, 2 larger groups of infantry that could be deployed really quickly, and then 2 smaller groups of teams that were like hunter killer teams. To hunt down enemy vehicles and spawn bases, and that could be super quick redeploy teams. I think we trained them to get across the map in 10 seconds.
Wow.
And we did our best there. Obviously it doesn't always go the way that you wanted. I think that our we almost made the comeback, but I think we got a little bit too greedy there and one base too far.
Oh yeah.
Although I will say
I've noticed that every single time you guys tickle that base at the warp gate, it's like you warp gated them, and they're like, it's the same behavior that you see in the main game. They're like, you're gonna die for even touching that base. So it's like,
I will say one thing I was super proud of for myself was while that was happening, I was just hanging around by the center of the thing, and I walked around a corner and I saw about 12 prey ants just harvesting some cordium, and I could not spam the orbital strike button fast enough.
oh my god.
dude.
Oh no.
Oh my god.
So
I was very
but
but you guys got us back. You guys
Prey
got
went
us back
broke
later.
midway through the match. We were like, yo, we need some cordium. We need to fill this silo up right now. I got my entire squad to redeploy. Grab some ants, right? Ants cost cordium, by the way, which is kind of dumb. How do you get the cordium if you don't have the cordium? I'm just saying.
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah,
Well,
'cause
we ran
if
into
ants
that.
didn't-
make cordium.
If
we
ants didn't
ran
cost-
into
Gotta
that.
have money to make money.
No, but
Well,
ants are the same as nanites for picking up a vehicle. If they were free, everybody would be driving, and they would use ants to transfer to drive to your destination. Yeah, I would kill my team.
Nanites or something.
Well,
Yeah,
and
a
also
vehicle terminal that uses nanites would be nice if they added
if
that.
it was free,
I think that would be
everyone would be driving ants the entire match.
Yeah.
All right.
I will say this for you probably guys, like, you guys definitely got us back. Those like 4 orbital strikes on our base, or 5 or whatever it was. Like that is like that was 100% why we couldn't respond when 8sec started backcapping us, is because we didn't have spawn resources. We literally had guys with that respawned as with what's it called, logistics specialist and flashes. That's what we had to resort to because you killed all of our spawn assets, and we ran out of cordium at the home base too.
You're welcome.
Nocturnal was not having it. He was like, all right, this base is gone.
Yep.
I'm having individuals like spamming the channel. I'm not sure if they understand me, but I will get back to Wild BT about that. They want the Soltech videos, and they're saying I am from a Wild BT of the Asian server. Can I repost yesterday's game video to a Chinese video website? I'm like, yeah, of course you can. Oh, do you want me to give you the video VOD? I can teach you how to download it. We'll talk after. Please DM me, Burp, if you don't mind, on Discord, and I'll talk to you privately afterwards. So let's go ahead. And
You know what,
see.
Arshie? I hopped in a little bit late, but I gotta ask: have you guys talked about KN1 winning by 6? Come on, that's like taking the Bastion to win an alert.
Are they? They're still here. There they are. What am I skipped them.
Hola.
No, you guys are not. They're not up next. I'm going based on silver, and then I'm going to go to KN1 right after. Is 8 seconds? 8 seconds. One TMI just spoke. Prey just spoke. Now we're going to go down to silver. Is that okay? You guys done with silver before I go to bronze?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, I'm ready whenever you want us.
So VKTZ is not here. I always like to basically get the other individuals first before we talk about the winners, because it's nice to go opposite versus winners. It's just my opinion. I always like reversing things up because it's like I'll tell you about the psychology of it later. VKTZ is not here, right?
I don't think so.
Did you guys see that video I played? That was my favorite. VKTZ is like cat is like what?
That was a good video.
That was hilarious.
I saw it.
I did not know what it was, and they said click on it, and I was like, it just pops up my face. I'm like, holy crap! And I was like, I'm doing it for sure. And VKCZ was looking for a victory to play that video, and I'm like, I'm still playing it. It was like, this is so
Hey, I know
cool.
you said you don't go to Reddit, but I just linked you one of you, and it's pretty good.
Okay, I'll check it out. Let me see here. 2RAF is not here. Is that true?
I'm here.
Awesome. Please tell me your game plan and what the hell happened. I mean, literally, Kane1 came out of nowhere and just you guys literally were taking the base at the same time as them winning. It's like you were right. It's like, oh my god, I can't explain.
Yeah,
it.
oh, believe me, I felt that probably even more strongly than you being there. So it was just a split-second decision, and I guess it was not the right one, but it's what I decided. We were very close to the VS winning that whole thing, so I had to make a decision. Do I let the VS win, or do I let the NC probably win? So I went with, I'll just make sure the VS don't win by pushing them back there. And of course, that let KN1, you guys just ate up everything. Like, it was so fast. I was amazed. I was like, oh, they're probably going to take a few of them, but maybe not enough. But no, took everything.
I literally, my brain, because I was so tired, I couldn't do the math anymore. So I just froze. I stared at the
Yeah,
screen.
I couldn't calculate it. I really couldn't in the moment. I just knew that a VS victory was imminent, and we could possibly beat NC if we pushed them back. So I just said, fire. It's the first time we deployed the full platoon, everyone, to one base. It was that fight, was when we went to the VS. So our overall strategy was to play more defensively than offensively, mostly because our alpha hasn't played together for all that long. So the camaraderie, I guess, or the knowledge of the players together is not as good as some other outfits. So I wanted to be more defensive and hold the 2 warp gate points at all times. And I think we only lost one time. Thanks, KN1, for that. And then we pushed out, out of there. So I just basically had 2 squads on each of those warp gate points, and we would only go for things that looked weak because we had recon looking and seeing where there was weaknesses until we all piled onto the VS when I made the call, and that is when KN1 ate everything up, and we just barely lost there. So excellent game.
That was awesome. No joke. I have to say that was probably the similarity to VCO's win, but it wasn't exactly the same. I don't know how to explain it. The reason why I say Emerald was a special case was because you had teams that are in the losing position, and the 2 teams that are trying to get the W are knocking each other out, and this team is coming from third, sliding right into first, and you're just like, no, and it's like happening live on stream, and I just said that tonight. Yeah, it was intense, and that was very, very, very cool.
Well, you guys definitely deserved it. I felt it. I feared it, and it happened. You made my nightmare come true.
That was
Appreciate it, man. It was a
You're
good fight.
giving him
It was a good
nightmares
fight.
now, yo. It's 3 a.m. You giving him nightmares. Come
I mean, like, I don't look at bronze, silver, and gold anymore. I look at the idea, can I get a friggin' fight? Can I get like a class weighted fight where these guys are kicking each other's butt? I would like to see different classes, like they were saying earlier. Like, let's get these individuals that want to fight each other to battle it out, and then individuals that want to fight each other in different classes to fight it out. And like, we got pretty amazing fights this year, or Alpha 2 version, which was really, really cool. And
It was actually really hard for us to even get 48 people to play.
I
Like, we're a
saw
smaller
you had
outfit.
you Madman in there, and I was laughing so hard. I was like,
Yeah.
what the he's right there.
Madman's
Yeah.
actually an old KN1 guy.
Oh, no
Yeah, a
way,
lot of
because he
us,
loves a shotgun. That makes sense.
yeah, he's the number 1 kills on the normal jackhammer.
That's so
I've got the AE jackhammer, but it's not nearly as many as him.
That's awesome. Yeah, Trix is like basically GG. Yeah, right. But tell me, KN1, what was your plan? What the heck is going on?
Well, first I wanted to start by saying a couple of things that you guys missed, that or your stream missed rather, because we went back and watched it all. And so you remember when you made that crazy face when you saw that we had all the bases? You missed us basically going for a steal when Turaf went to their warp gate. We went behind and stole a base that VCats was trying to cap, and then I think we stole that with like 20 seconds left. And then what actually won it for
so
us?
it's like a red town, and then basically the VS is taking it, and then you take it from the VS and the TR defense to take it for yourselves.
Well, they were all in on VCats, and I mean they didn't pull it off, which I guess
That's
actually helped us
so
in the end. But
dirty.
so we stole that from them, and then
Go wash your hands.
I did the math with Rapid in the NATO channel. So when they were capping our Relic E on us, me and my Bravo squad, and I think like 8 guys managed to get a Reaver there with a beacon. We delayed it for about 10 seconds, and if we didn't get that delay, Rapid said it would have been a tie. So that was like a really, really close part. Like it actually came down to like literal seconds of stuff that match. That's how close it was.
Yeah.
Every single person, you could not ask for another call out position, whatever it was then. Like it worked. I don't understand how it worked out, but it was insane.
I mean, it felt like at the start, like
you guys were losing
whenever
bad. Like it was bad. Like I was like, K1 is out. It's VKTZ or it's going to be 2 RAF, and then all of a sudden,
every stream said that. They kind of all counted us out, but basically we weren't really playing at full capacity because we had an armor squad that, I mean, they did a good job when they did stuff, but the harassers of VCats were kind of getting the best of them, and we're primarily an infantry outfit, so once we switched to full infantry is when we really started to like thrive. And it seemed every time we tried to do anything to VCats, 2RAF would just try to backdoor us on our Relic E, so that was kind of causing us issues because we'd have to go back and stop 2RAF, or we even lost one that I don't think we were underpopped, but it felt bad that we lost it and we had to recap it. But it was just like, once we finally got a chance to push out for ourselves and do what we usually do during like live alerts and stuff, I mean, we won by doing it. So I guess that kind of shows just like our play style.
I'd like to say something.
Sorry,
Yeah,
real,
you go again.
Sorry, real quick, Archie. It's getting pretty late for a lot of
Yeah.
people living on the West Coast, so you gotta get off.
K1's basically the final, and then I'm just going to give everybody a good like 20-30 seconds to basically say what they need to, and then I will comprise that later to help out when I go and actually sit down with any of the devs to talk about what Outfit Wars part.
Archie, you're slurring. Oh
I-
no.
I'm dying.
Yeah,
But yeah,
it is 3 a.m. here, and I am gonna
Sounds
have
good.
to take off here, though.
I appreciate
sadly.
it. Slider One, go ahead and basically say that your 10-second speech if you want to say anything to everybody in the community or RPG as in general, or what was your experience as a leader for Outfit Wars?
It's good kick in the pants. GG, Surge, R18, and Pig. I'm looking forward to the future of Desolation.
Just kidding. Have a good one. I'm just kidding. Hey, have a good night, man. Slider, thanks for stopping by, like always. Have a good one.
Later.
Take care. So, K1, did you want to add anything else before I go to the very top? And we're just going to
I
spray
wanted
and
to
pray
say
everybody.
something that would be good for the community to hear, I think, and maybe change people's perspectives on the meta. I was the leader of KN1. I probably died more than every single person that was in that match. Anyone. I died more than anyone.
Wow.
And that got the W. And a lot of my guys, who can get very good KDRs if they want to, they died like crazy throwing themselves on those. And I just wanted to say that worrying about your KDR, worrying about useless stats, that's not going to get you Ws. And the people who worry about that stuff, that's why you're catching the Ls. That's all I want to say.
Stats don't
Agree.
matter in the open world.
I agree 100%.
He's preaching
Well
battle.
said.
This man
How
knows.
many people actually did /suicide? The only outfit I saw actually mess up typing it right was Fear.
I remember that.
I literally saw that and I was like, "What the?" I didn't
He's
even
trying to
think.
suicide. Don't let him escape.
I didn't even see somebody even type it. In my opinion, I was like, "That's a genius," because you don't care about your KDR here.
Archie, the trick to it is don't bother typing. Have it as a macro on your keyboard. One button push, and it does it all for you. We're going
Let me
faster than you
introduce
can type.
Let me introduce you to my good friend, Safeguard 5.
Ah, yes.
Safeguard 5, Athlete
Safeguard
5, become one with death.
No,
Yes.
no, we're no athlete survivalists. Got to run fast and they break shields.
Only when you're running back into the donut.
I cannot believe. I knew the idea of using suicide, but at the same time, I don't think they used it. I
My guys were
honestly
doing
think
that,
people were redeploying for 10 seconds.
No, my
I'll
guys
be
were
honest,
doing it.
I forgot about it, but I'm a big map watcher, and I usually use that redeploy to look at the map, and it actually paid
That's
off in the
10
end. So.
seconds of an entire
I almost had to do
60-minute
that.
match.
It's
Understand?
10 seconds,
I
but you
mean,
can stand there
that's
and
the
get
thing for
shot and
me.
have your clock reset.
If
Yeah,
I
yeah,
can look
I'm
at the
just
map
saying.
for 10 seconds, I can do a lot of
No,
good
you're
map
you're,
shit.
you're 100% right. Just imagine 10 seconds every single time for an entire duration of that match. You probably
not
could
so
have
much
saved
that,
5
like-
minutes.
I feel like I
Arshee,
usually
you
fought till I died anyway, so I didn't really redeploy
Oh,
that
yeah,
often
Never
anyway.
mind then. I take
But
it back.
think about it like this,
Suiciding.
right? If you keep getting shot at, you can't redeploy. And like, I almost had to do that because I had to eject out of my lightning at one time and go inside the point hold, and I just had to keep like killing people that came into the doors. Like, I need to get back in my lightning. I'm about ready to like slash suicide and get it over with.
Yeah, everyone in the RO team IS&C group had /suicide bound.
Yeah, I had to copy paste
Super
it, but I
smart.
actually genuinely forgot about it.
I forgot about it too.
I honestly
until
think
that
I want
happened
to tell the
through.
devs to make you an instant death because that should be an instant one versus having suicide included. That is.
Just make redeploy.
You know how many
count towards
accidental
KD?
deaths will come out of that?
No, yeah, I feel like redeploy should
Allow
take 10.
allow people to set it if they want to.
Yeah,
Or
you
maybe
could
at
have
least like lower the redeploy time.
I mean, I
to,
feel like
5 seconds.
yeah, do that because redeploy's in the game for a reason. I mean, it's kind of like a way around the system by just killing yourself.
Makes
Yep.
sense. Yeah,
I think
I
a
just
redeploy,
I think it's
yeah.
completely unfair, in my opinion, to not give that
Making
to
it
players
reset when you get
when
shot.
it exists for everybody else. Yeah, that's just crazy.
Yeah.
But yes, I would basically bind it. Just like I take advantage of all those little things. I don't. That is incredibly powerful to get those players to stop resisting death. I'm like, no, don't get hit. Oh crap. You know what I mean? It's like, wow. But
Did you watch Super Bowl 51, Arshee?
I did. I have to remember.
This was the Super Bowl 51 of Planetside.
Yeah. Yes, it is actually. This was probably my favorite series of Outfit Wars for sure.
And I'm a Patriots fan, so it was even better feeling.
insane. It was insane. I just wish I had more energy on some of the fights because you'll see me basically yawn at one point in time and I'm dying. But internally, you guys are keeping me awake because that was actually really fun to watch. If I didn't have a game like that to watch, I would have instantly died. I'm still
need a
awake right
sub
now
button,
talking to you
actually. I
guys
need
and
to
I haven't
give you my
slept yet.
Twitch.
That tells you what?
You need a sub button so I can give you my Twitch Prime.
I can't. Okay, so I have a problem. Personally, me, I have a problem. It's not you guys have a problem.
Gotcha.
I'm Persian, and it's like a weird thing where, yeah, I did Planetside for 4 months, but I'm going to aim towards trying to get the top of Twitch, and to be able to do that, I have to connect to multiple different communities. I was worried that if I actually accepted affiliate or anything like that, I would offend people from Planetside too if I played Warzone or if I worked out or if I tried other games while still doing outfit spotlights, while still coming back to Warzone because I'm already directly connected to RPG, to a really tight-knit community, and I really enjoy everybody from RPG, and I would not leave this entire PS2 community as well. It just doesn't make any
I
sense
mean,
to me.
that's not a
Trying
big
to
deal.
get me to play Warzone with it.
Oh yeah,
Speaking
yeah,
for
that's
me
what
and
I'm talking about. Get it there.
Speaking for me and
Speaking of
everyone I
which-
know, you've done a lot for the game, and I think a lot of people would like to be able to support you in that way. So
Okay.
I think
I signed up for a Twitch partnership. I got it from the last
Okay.
Outfit War, and then they denied my application because they said your rapid growth is inconsistent. Reapply when it's actually more when it plateaus. So I'm gonna start streaming every day. Literally everything I'm gonna do, I'm gonna stream every day, like any gameplay. Like I'm gonna tell you guys right now, I have two sides of me. I have my casual side where I just go full, and then I also have this side where I'm very sweaty. When I get really sweaty, it's not entertaining to watch. It's like Arshee is min-maxing everything. I have to learn every single skill. I have to understand every mechanical part of how this functions, and then I'm actually identifying if I actually do force multipliers, which you guys call that, if I stack this product, how much can I take advantage of the system? If I did that, not fun to watch. But
Your
if I go,
Warzone playing is definitely not
alright, I mean-
family friendly.
no, my
Yeah,
Warzone
no,
play,
I got
want
yelled at
to
a lot.
rage.
It hurt my feelings a little bit.
Yeah. Do you understand what you were doing to me, man? I was literally trying to focus. And
I
you're
was
just
dying, dude. I was laughing
much.
so hard. It
I've
was
never
so
cussed so
funny.
much in my life, and I should not play Warzone again. It's not gonna be. That was off stream, by the way.
Look at all the World of Warcraft players that min max. They get a lot of viewers. Like it's not a bad
It
thing.
depends on min max because like I'm more the entertainer at the moment, and if I go down
Yeah.
I would rather have players that are good at the game join me in those games, let them kick ass. I entertain the group that is watching us kick ass, and I shoutcast you guys kicking ass. But if
family
we're all
friendly has gone
quiet,
straight out the window.
no, if I actually say anything, if I say
Someone
anything
give
as
up a-
far as like if I turn into what is it, Face Clan or whatever that is, that's the example of dude being one of the top best players, right? We won't probably get to that point, but we still can actually get W's, and we still can basically look entertaining as a group. And I have a lot of ideas, but we'll go down those paths. But yeah, in the next 2 weeks, I would accept
Good.
affiliate.
Yeah, I mean, you deserve it, man. Like people don't, they're not forced to press a sub button.
You're
So-
gonna have someone that's gonna be angry at you regardless. I mean,
Yeah.
you might as well just do it and allow
If
us
they
to
don't like you, they'll unsubscribe.
finance you.
That's life. Like
Dude,
they don't like it.
it's like my anxiety. That's the only thing that sucks for me. But
I get you,
but that's
Trust you deserve it.
Seriously, though, all of us are like, shut up and take our money. Like, come on.
Yeah, for real.
Archie, we love
Snow
what you're doing,
Krabby,
dude.
Snow Krabby
Love
has
what
the
you're
best
doing.
thing. I'm gonna bring Snow Krabby in here right now. Snow Krabby, is he here? Snow Krabby.
Yes, hello.
Can you play that little that meme you got? Shut up and take my money.
Take me 1 or 2 minutes.
Take your time. I love that.
You're on the spot
That
now.
thing. No, he does that to me all the time, and I laugh my ass off. He's got this like meme going on. But I wanted to bring it back to you guys now. I want to give you guys a minute each, and just try to be as short as you can. Say a message right now. This is going to be also for the developers. Anything you guys want to say. I also want to personally let you guys know, even though I'm quote unquote busy, that took me off. I'm in the middle of Warzone. He does that. I literally throw a rocket on my feet and I kill myself. I'm like, mother. I was so pissed. That got me on
Sorry for
guard.
that.
No, that's great. I mean, the timing of your damn memes are perfect.
Wait, is that why that RPG went off?
Yeah, exactly. I was pissed. I was like me and Wilhelm Casper from the 666 Connery NC is we play games afterwards with like everybody else in this community. But that's what I want to basically create is create a family amongst everybody in the PS2 community because I know you guys truly cherish your game. You really like it, but I don't want everybody to be forced to play different. Like I don't want let's call them skill fits because I don't want to call them sweaty anymore. So skill fits, and I don't want the large fits to yell at each other that they have to play the way they have to play. And like there's people that are very competitive, expect to always have players play the point or play the lattice line, and they want to just go take vehicles in the middle of nowhere and kill themselves with C4, and that's TLFT where they're like they're freaking.
I love
insane.
to do that.
Death cult. It's a death cult.
I
Get it
cannot.
right.
I don't understand
pack?
the logic that is over there. Like I literally go in this vehicle. We're about to kick butt. He turns left and goes off the cliff. I'm like, what the just happened? And I'm dead. I'm like, really? Ding. Really?
Content.
It's just ridiculous. But they're a freaking awesome group. But
Makes for good TV.
oh, there's C Blue, man. Happy birthday, man. Everybody gives C Blue basically a huge happy birthday or belated
Happy
birthday,
birthday,
now.
dude.
Happy birthday,
it's
man.
Actually, yeah, we actually have another birthday coming up too. Yuffie. It's Yuffie's
Yeah, oh
birthday
yeah, happy
today.
birthday.
Ladies and gentlemen, Yuffie and Blue, major happy birthday to you guys both. Even though my voice is dying.
Archie, do me a
Happy
favor. We
birthday
had two
to
birthdays
Vance
in
as
Prey
well
on the
from
Outfit Wars
Surge.
match.
You had two birthdays as well. What were they?
Well, happy birthday, man.
We had Asian Magic and Jeb Kenobi. Two very prominent members in Prey.
There is 4 birthdays today. We've got Asian Magic. I would love to know what kind of fireball spells you've got. And we what's the other one?
Jeb Kenobi.
Jeff Kenobi. And we've got Jeff
Jeb,
Kenobi.
Jeb,
Jeb Kenobi. Jeb, right? G-E-B.
Yep.
Jeb. Yeah. Happy birthday to both of you guys, or belated birthdays if it already happened. Honestly, well done to all of you guys in the communities that you're in. Honestly. Happy birthday. And long story short, let's start from the top. I know you got a lot to talk about, General Ace, and we'll go to Disenfranchised, Perp. All of you guys going all the way down. You spend about a minute max. I'll cut you off at the minute mark, and then let's go to the next person so we can finalize this. Generally, it's 1 minute. Talk about any topic you want. You want to talk about the dev, the community. If there's things that you say, you know what, I have a kid. Anything you want to share, it's up to you.
Yeah, I'm an air boy. I love flying. I want to talk about a specific balance thing. What my air squad did in qualifying to enemy bastions was not okay, but I think that the solution needs to not be nerf Tomcats into the ground. I think it needs to be the bastion hardpoints need their own damage resistance table. They need to just not have it copy pasted from the Galaxy's damage resistance table as it is now.
Makes sense. Well said. This next individual, disenfranchised.
My quick thing is, one, shout out CIK and Fear. They came in and played a good match. But I also want to really shout out RPG. The level of dedication they're putting into this game, for once in the last, I don't know, 7 years, I have hope for this game once again. And they've just put in so much work and so much effort. And I appreciate them actually taking a game that is now 8 years old and still actively updating it. Thank you. And appreciate all of you at working there at RPG.
Well said.
Destination's fun.
Yeah, it's incredible. I can't wait to get a chance to actually have a group of people to sign up so we can just go in there and have fun. But I'm not going to take it away from anybody because the Outfit Wars, I would rather shoutcast it to give everyone that love. But I also want to get a shenanigan group of people to get in there and just to basically do like massive construction battles and stuff and be like, what is going on? But they're short-term fights. I don't even know. But there's so many cool ideas coming up. So many cool events. I can't wait to express it to you guys. How would you guys like it? Oh, God. 1 minute. I shouldn't talk. I'll do the end. Remind me if you want me to know about it. I'll tell you a little bit about it. It's okay. Disenfranchised. I'm going to finalize it. Anything else?
I'm done. Yeah, I got everything I needed to say.
Fill me in real quick on what I need to say.
Oh, you're going to say anything you want. If you want to share something with the community, you want to just talk about the developer, a product, a problem, a compliment, you self-advertise yourself, you're a Twitch streamer, YouTuber, you do a lot of montages, you're really good with montages. You're also
my
really
friend.
Plug
Tell
my
me,
YouTube channel. Yeah, no, I'm not gonna do that right
why
now.
not? I would love to do that. Actually, come on. I told you about it.
It's my YouTube. It's my
Wow.
username.
Wow.
Anyway,
Sorry.
beyond that,
Nice.
I heard you talk about the Bastion hardpoint. I think that's a good idea, but I guess for me as qualification, 8 hours I think is still too long. Looking into the longevity of the game, quarantine is obviously not going to be a thing forever, so not everyone's going to be able to play 8-hour shifts 3 times in a row. I know the devs touched on condensing that, but looking into changing the rule set with the alert bug also, just streamlining qualification. So I look forward to see those changes.
Very cool. Well said. And I just want to ask you a question with 30 seconds remaining. Do you like the idea of it being part of the main game to get qualified?
I have mixed feelings about it. I can see both sides of it, but overall, I do like that the level of competition and like actual, I guess, fire in players during qualification. Now that
It's
it's
actually a lot better than I've ever seen. I was so worried about it personally, but I just wanted to see what your opinion would be. Thanks for sharing.
especially compared to the first id. So yeah, I'm done.
Oh, yeah. Anyways, is it Weather?
Yeah, it's Weather.
Weather Ford. Okay, I was going to call you Weather Lord. Go ahead.
That works too. Or Weather Fjord or Weather Fjord.
No, not at all. I was like, is I call him Lord or is it Ford? Go ahead.
Yeah, so I just echo the same sentiment I've heard a few times, which is about qualification. I'd say my ideal solution for it, just as an idea, would be to not have it part of the main game and qualify in brackets. As it seems, the actual game mode in Desolation, as fun as it is nothing like the actual Planetside 2 game, and the current system as it is does cater to larger outfits just with getting more points in general. So I'd really like to see more of Desolation, but I do think a bracket qualification setup would be more fair to smaller outfits and more representative, probably get better matches.
Well said. I like that. And I think I would love to see it basically away from the main game, but then I also thought about it. There were some people that said some amazing stuff saying, hey, go sign up in the Sanctuary and have your own custom matches. So So that way it's still part of the main game, but you also get custom matches with people you really want to fight against, which would be really cool to watch too.
I suppose they don't want to take population away from the main game, which I understand.
That's exactly the problem.
Yeah, if it was a bracket though with a predetermined time using the same setup that they use that we have now, where you set certain people to join at a certain time, I think that would work very well because you're only removing them from the main game for an hour.
I just had an idea. You know how they open up Cold Tier during peak? Because like I know on Emerald especially, like continents get real full during peak. Like I feel like if they opened up Desolation for like scrimmage matches during peak hours, it would solve both problems.
The biggest problem is it's not ready yet. Like we're getting yeah. I mean,
It's still
already
an alpha,
you already have what they're already doing. So don't worry.
I think they want to keep that like the arena and not put it into the actual game.
But there'll be some fun stuff to talk about later. Wait until the mini one hits, so that way they can tell you what the big one's gonna be.
Outside of that, I just want to say thank you for fixing the bug where we got our Bastion hacked like 3 times. Every time we pulled it, it blew up instantly. That's all.
Oh god!
Thank you so much for fixing it. It's amazing. We can keep a Bastion up now.
That's awesome. Well said. Let's go to Wilhelm Caster.
Oh, there you are. It's been a while at this point. No, actually, it's pretty good listening to a lot of this. Just want to say though too, Double Dogs, we just had our 18-year reunion ops today as well too. That's why we didn't actually participate in Outfit Wars, because it fell on the exact same time that we were doing our reunion today. And so we saw a lot of old players that we haven't seen in many years actually showed up for this. So we had a lot of fun
I
over on
forget
Connery.
just how old PS1 is.
Yeah.
It's an old ass game, dude.
I remember when I played it, but all right, I'm done.
No, so that's pretty much what we did today, for that matter, and that's why we didn't participate this time. When it comes to RPG, I am very excited to see what's coming up next. I've had some suspicions about some of the things that they've been working on, and I think I've got a pretty good estimate of what they're doing, so I'm very eager to hear and see more of it soon.
Congrats on 18 years, 666.
Congrats, man.
Congratulations.
I got my ass kicked by you guys when I played, but Apex Aftershocks with your damn.
I taught a good chunk of your pilots.
Dude, I know, it was crazy. It was fun.
You are legal age now.
Oh, whoa.
Wow.
Wow.
Shut up and
All
take
right,
my.
let's go to Dark Nebbles. You want to add anything to this community? Anything? All right, anything I want to talk about? Go, Dark. 1 minute, or it's pass, and I'll go to somebody else. I'll go to Red Knight. 1 minute. Go.
No, just kidding. I mean, first of all, DG, awesome outfit. Come join us. Unseon Connery, we're great. Now that I have shameless plug out of the way, the big thing that I would like for them to add is the ability to pull down the bracket so that it's not just the top 3 outfits from each faction. The top 5, top 7, top 10 can play, and I don't need any of the showcasing of I don't need to be showcased. If I'm in 5th, don't showcase me. Just showcase the top 3 outfits. Give them all the bells and whistles. Have them be Twitch streamed, whatever. But just to give chances for small outfits or mid-fits to kind of, have a chance and to at least play the game and enjoy this entire aspect of the game that a large population will never even get to experience because they either are too small or they're in a big outfit and they're just too new and they won't ever get the chance to play.
Continue. Sorry, I just hit the microphone accidentally. I think you're right as far as giving everybody a chance to actually enjoy Alpha Wars. They just can't get casters on it.
Yeah, I don't mean to have casters. Like,
no. I'm just giving you an example. Like, that's where I think you're right. It should give everybody a chance to fight in Desolation on their own when it gets to a point where it's ready to do it automatically. And that's not ready. They actually have to custom open these damn servers and stuff. So once it gets automated, I think you're on the right page, and that's a good thought. Let's go to Zagzy. 1 minute.
Really tired. Sorry if I start slurring, but
as soon as 1 minute hits, I'll let you know. Go ahead.
But just shout out to the DPSO folks who played tonight, and shout out to the Renegade 18 and Insurgency folks who also played tonight, and shout out to Pig. We all worked hard for it, and just in terms of just one thing to remove or add, just to add on to Red Knight, I do agree. Like, it's a big part of the game that the majority player base won't be able to experience. I think I touched base on this a bit earlier. Just talked about alliances. I know Megatron has touched base about this as well. A lot of DPSO members have talked about alliances, but just letting smaller outfits participate, right, by making alliances. That would be a really nice addition, and it would showcase a lot more of the smaller outfits as well. Also remove Spitfires. They invalidate my playstyle.
I know that's like a lot of them now. All of a sudden,
They're insane. They need to be changed.
Remove
Lewd.
Spitfire.
Lewd.
But yeah, that's all. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Let's go to NC Hammer.
Yeah, I wasn't here earlier. I just wanted to say good game to Recursion and CIK. The spandex really got wrapped tight around our warp gate.
Oh, yeah.
Also, I'd like to shout out a feature that I don't think a lot, or isn't really talked about much, but the squad auto join being on by default. I think that's really good for the new players to be able to be put into public platoons. That's how we grew so quickly, I think, is we always ran public platoons, and the new players just get thrown in and then send out the invites, they join, and then they stick with it. Or a lot of them do, at least.
There's a problem with it because sometimes they get stuck in these random squads and they're stuck there and they never know how to leave. So they need to have waypoints as like some indication. If nobody's using waypoints after like a set amount of time, everybody disbands the party or something like that. I don't know what the best solution is, but some parties are just playing without. There was so many of them. I was doing research on
GG
that.
Fear.
Yeah, it was bad. Well, thank you for that update. Let's go next individual. Disenfranchise.
Again, with Disenfranchise said, I have a lot more hope now in them, like a lot more. And they're finally showing us what they have to offer to us and showing that the community does matter. Because you said earlier with the Briggs guys, it's good to see stuff like that, and I really want them to get the community more involved. That is something I liked with Dice LA with Battlefield 4 and fixing that with the CT and all that. So if they do more community-based stuff in terms of making the game better, more enjoyable for everybody, that'd be really, really nice to see.
Well said.
And then one more thing is with the qualifiers, it's something with the mid-fits and small fits would be nice because we worked our butts off with 2 squads to get to second place. We really worked our butts off. So the fact that we grinded really hard to get there, it just make it a lot much easier for us mid-fits if bracketing was there.
Well, yeah, I agree. That's actually really cool. And you can actually sign up. I think I'm looking forward. There's a lot of things I want to add, but yeah, let's not talk about that. George.
Yeah. So one thing I would like to address that I hope RPG starts taking a little bit more seriously is the kind of the bugs that are kind of plaguing a lot of the qualifiers. It was kind of a big letdown when you start seeing a lot of players exploit some of the well-known bugs during qualifications in order to take advantage of the point gains. So if there's one thing I had to point out that I would love to see change. So people like in my squad are not spending 8+ hours a day trying to qualify and just gain advantage over doing absolutely nothing.
Word up.
Very frustrating. Anyway, yeah, I would also like to see some of the qualification times get kind of squeezed a little bit and put in brackets. I do feel the sentiments around everyone here is that you got a lot of these large outfits that are able to participate in a lot of different battles, and it makes smaller outfits such as mine like have to work like 20 times harder in order to kind of get into these big time brackets.
Makes sense. So basically, you're just summarizing it to help us not work against Zerg fits, basically, quote unquote, large fits, because it's not easy for you guys compared to the numbers that can actually get these in points, right?
Exactly.
Got it. Yeah, he's already working on that, and that's gonna be first. We got to get this. Yeah, I mean, I agree. I'm on the same page with you on that, and so we've had many talks about it, but he's just trying to get the first pass finalized. Then we can talk about the other stuff, which is gonna be really cool. But it's coming, in my opinion. But other than that, thanks for sharing, man. I appreciate it, George, and thanks for coming. Let's get Lizard. 1 minute.
I mean, we, as a group, we really enjoy the direction that RPG's taking Planetside. There's just regarding this desolation, etc. We have one fairly big issue regarding qualification. So the current system entirely disallows Australian outfits from realistically participating in outfit wars. And as a result, outfits like IS&C are basically just professional ringers for outfits that request it. It's not how we'd like to participate in the system, but due to the limited times available to qualify. For example, that's this season was 7 a.m. to 1 p.m. Saturday through Monday. It's not. We can't interact with the system any other way than by ringing. And as an outfit that views ourselves as competitive, yeah, and like as an outfit that views ourselves as competitive, we're just overall not a fan that this is the only way we can interact with the only officially recognized, competitive Planetside 2 event.
What if they had a specific time and you guys had 2 different outfits or 3 different outfits scheduled at 4 p.m. a fight, and that's your 7 a.m. That's still the same problem, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
we,
so like,
we don't know
how
how the
do we
system
fix
will be
that?
improved.
The only way I can think
But,
of a real system being improved is to give you guys an Australian server, but only if the Australian population and the people that are in that time zone want to play Planetside. And the long story short argument is none of that's going to exist until the new player experience is here, because you guys can't keep new players in this game, and that's the fact. You have to almost like hand feed your friends all the details ahead of time, create a PowerPoint presentation, massage their shoulders, because they're just going to get clapped the whole time. And if they have an ego that they're really good at CSGO or anything like that, oh my God, do not even have them play Planetside. Play the lowest pop zone. Do not go there. But yeah, I've done my quote unquote friends that rage quit in this game, and they do not even like looking at the game because it made him such a sore feeling. Like, we're talking about sore. Like, anyways. Thank you, Liz. I appreciate it. Let's go to end to end.
Yeah, so I would agree with everyone that qualification's giga trash and it needs a lot of reworking. One thing that could actually help Lizard's issue out is if they would just like say it was 5 hours. You push a button when your outfit's on, and you have 5 hours to gather points in that whatever time in that day.
That's a
for
great
3
idea.
days. Yeah, I think it would work really well. But also like this weekend or the weekend they did it on was the same weekend as Mother's Day. Like I didn't even get to really play much Sunday because I had to go see my mom. So that was a really bad idea. I hope they wouldn't put it on weekends with holidays in the future. Other than that, GG to everyone.
If you push a button,
yeah, like you push a button, outfit leader pushes the
it's
button, you have
almost
5
like
hours
double
of ops.
XP, like a double XP, or like the 20-minute XP little thing.
Yeah,
like
almost
a
like a
boost, or
boost.
like pulling
yeah.
a bastion.
Yeah.
And
like an
that's just
outfit
when your
resource.
outfit can gather points. Yeah. So like you could do it at 4 a.m. if you wanted to. You could do it at 1 a.m. whenever, like just whenever you
You
want.
could do it when you have pop, when you have your op squad running. If you have somebody up and doing their thing.
That's
I have
amazing.
an addendum to add to
You
that.
could even
That's
hold
amazing.
on. You could even do it all on one day if it's within the 3-day period, you know? Like if you wanted to bang it out in 12 hours, push the button 3 times. Like just any time in that period. I think that would work really well.
It would open up a lot of teams though to really
Which is
use
okay.
bastions, but
No, it's
yeah,
totally
it's a really
fine,
good
because the biggest
That's
thing
alright.
is that it creates fights at different intervals and different places and different times. And it's
Yeah, I mean, people use the
it makes
bastions
it
to
to
get
where
points
people
anyway,
are
so-
not showing up to that prime time and making Dingbata kill himself even more, even though he enjoys doing that. I'm just kidding.
So even the argument of it's going to mess with bastion pulls, it's up to the outfit. If they have a bastion that they want to pull and then wait 24 hours so they can pull the next one, let them. If they
Still
want to
though-
push through and just do it in one shot,
or you don't just
spend
put the
your
bastion
24
part
hours.
of the bastion part of the thing or something to figure it out. But I know what you mean.
It
It's
still
a great.
doesn't fix
it's
how
a-
trash the point system is.
It's just their work in progress. It's not finalized.
It
If it
needs
was a
to-
finalized, then it would be completely. I feel the pain.
They need to compensate smaller outfits. Like
or
somehow.
even just different styles of play. Really, I mean,
Yeah,
you either
even
kill
under pop
people.
caps.
I mean,
so can I tell you guys about? Can I tell you guys about smaller outfits real quick? Whatever
Yeah.
you see right now, just let that thing go through, and then you will see more for all outfits. Does that make sense?
Yeah, like this is
Okay.
the alpha, right?
Thank you. Yeah, I
This
just want
isn't
to.
even
I
the
can't
beta.
say anything, but I'm just saying.
Yeah,
like,
I get you. I get you.
yeah,
Like
it's just like
NDAs and stuff.
yeah. So like, just let that one go through. I guarantee you,
Got
you're
you,
gonna see
got
a
you.
lot more. They have to
Yeah.
finalize it first because I said if you don't finalize it, you're dead.
Yeah.
So
I do want to say on the topic of what someone said about giving people incentives for other styles of play. I think like because my point earlier was I saying the way what we did to bastions and to farm points with just tomcatting bastion hard points. I think that needs some balancing, but I think the idea of rewarding people in qualifiers for pulling bastions, I think that was an excellent way to get people who normally wouldn't want to try air because air has the same really steep learning curve as infantry play does, where there's the people who know how to do it and they will just take a dump all over you if you just want to try it out for the first time and you had the misfortune of running into them.
Right.
So I think it could be a good way to incentivize different styles of play.
We're gonna go
Another
back.
good way to incentivize would be adding missions to do that.
Yeah. We
That's
can
specific.
go down all those paths, but that was a great start. I'm gonna hold on to that start because if I go down all those other paths, then it's me giving you as a long story short example how I talk to devs. I find the piece that allows him to be creative with it. It's the what he did earlier is like let us just have our own button, and it still creates the same thing. So now I was working through my head of identifying how can that screw him over, how can that affect everybody, and it's like, well, it's great. It's going to give fights even on off hours. It's going to create more up capacity. It's almost the same as op nights, all that cool stuff. And I was like, yeah, actually, it's actually exactly the culture of Planetside 2. Everybody has their own op times. If they want to do Friday night ops, you're the one screwing yourself because that's where it's really popular. If you really want to basically do an op with your 4-hour minimum, go on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. That's fine. That was really cool. So long story short, clear and concise answers is what I look for, and then I actually start debugging it in my brain. If I give him all the pieces, then I took away his ability to actually have it be his. Does that make sense? Nobody wants to make something that is your idea. Does that make any sense? Here's an example.
You have to give him free reign to do it his way.
So imagine your dad tells you, go be a doctor, and then, I'm Persian, so I'm going to tell you that. So go be a doctor, and I can make him doctor, and all he does is says, you're successful because of me. Your success is because of that. I'm like, I had to study, I had to take my board, I had to go do the residency, I had to go all through all that, and then he's going to say, you're a doctor because I told you. And you're like, mother, yeah, I mean, like, you're just sitting there like, you don't give me credit just because you gave me the idea. You know how that feeling is?
Yeah.
Boys.
Yeah, I don't know how to explain it.
I am.
I understand.
I am pooped.
Yeah, just a franchise. Take care, buddy. We'll let
I'm
you
gonna
go.
hop
Everybody
off.
everybody
I wish I
above
could've
here.
gotten to finish.
Everybody up here. If we've already beat you, you're more than welcome to go. I don't want to keep you guys any longer. We're trying to slowly basically end this in a really cool note, and we're just jumping into a
Maybe
topic.
I could stay and listen to everyone's
Go.
opinion.
You're
but
amazing,
I'm
and I
I'm
need
just
you
so
guys to
tired.
get
I'm
out of
sorry.
here. Get out of
Sorry,
here.
Arshee.
Everybody from this point right here, go ahead and leave if you're above here. If you want to leave, you're more than welcome to. It won't be disrespectful at all. You guys are fucking it. I mean, you guys are amazing. So go and get out of here. I know, I'm tired as
get
well.
some sleep.
I'm dying. So
Have a good
go
one,
from
Arshee.
here and go up, guys. Thank you guys. Have a good one.
Good
Thank you guys so
one,
much. I
guys.
Yeah,
appreciate
you
it.
should definitely sleep.
Cancel. Look at Dingbottom. All right, let's
You're
go.
slipping up.
I am. I'm completely dying. We're gonna go from. I think I did distant French fries.
We're on
right?
Odeon now.
Okay.
Bye,
Where am I?
Arshee.
And
Have a good one.
Odin.
We're in the end game now.
Odin. 1 minute.
I love the fact that you keep on saying my name wrong. The meme is
Oh.
alive.
Call him Lord Obligon from now
It's
on.
not. How do I
Everybody
say your
says it's
name?
wrong. It's good though. It's
I'm
good.
so sorry. How do I say it? How do I say your name?
That's the meme. The meme is that nobody knows how to say it.
Odin. Odin.
It's close enough.
I just wanted to say that I agree 100% that their change from having that air alert thing or air event thing that was kind of silly, with just free air pulled constantly, was kind of dumb, and that this Bastion thing was perfect. It was so perfect.
Yeah.
I think the Alpha Wars qualifiers are so much better than them with their first time. I think they could be improved upon. Weight classes for different sized outfits. And then also, like Antant was suggesting, a being able to decide when the window of your qualifier is would be really good too. And there's lots of ways that you could mitigate the ways that could be abused by having people rewarded for capping bases when they have underpop. The more points they get at those bases, and so on and so forth. I'm sure the devs are smart enough where they can figure it out themselves.
Well said. Exactly 1 minute. Great job. And like, literally, the alarm's going off. Right? Look at that.
What a champ.
Yeah, great job. Let's go to
That's why we
JP.
won the outfit.
Jared.
Hello.
1 minute. Go ahead.
I suppose now that I have this opportunity, I thought I'd put out there. There's a thing with building. So, what you might be called an exploit. I believe it was a month ago, I've put a bug through, but basically, people have the ability to disregard the heat mechanic of your howler miner. So, what that is people, as you're mining a cordium node that's maybe more than 2k large, eventually, while holding a left click, you'll overheat and you got to wait a few seconds before you can do it again. However, there's an exploit if you click your mouse so many times in a specific speed, you can bypass the heat and attach yourself, quote unquote, to that node. So you can drive away while attached to a 35k stack and just be sucking
Someone
it up.
clipped that earlier.
Yeah, you'll be able to do that while you're on your way to your silo. So by the time you get to your silo, you've basically filled your ant. And it's the same thing with your silo. If you have a full ant, you can deposit into your silo and drive away. You don't have to wait for your ant to be empty. You can just attach and drive away, find your other nodes.
That is
in that
awesome.
way.
Damn, they have a lot of bugs to go through, and they talked to me about that.
If you want to see that in action, Arshee, in your clips section, someone posted it.
Oh my god, I'll check it out. And it's not going to be a thing that they have to rush and fix. The thing is like, I don't know how to explain it, but yeah, that's a good say. I want you guys to post in the hotfix ideas, and feel free to just go take a clip of it if you have it and post it there as well. And I will talk to them, because the biggest thing that we're looking for is, what does that take away from the game? Is there somebody there using a gun that just one shots you and it's a 100 clip round? We have to get that fixed ASAP. That's a game changer for everyone's experience. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah, those are the things that we're all looking for. But if there's nothing like that, then yeah, then next we tackle what you just discussed, which is like a secondary treachery idea. But thank you so much for that share. That's crazy. I didn't know that.
right.
Steel Slayer.
Yes. Okay. So I literally just jumped in here. Could you do a quick explanation of what we're doing?
Whatever you want to share for 1 minute.
Okay, so I have an announcement to make. Some of the pigs already know this sad news, but have you guys heard of Hollow Build?
Are you gonna go play
This
a video
is
game?
very, very sad time. Hollow Build died.
Oh,
it's really bad shame.
Wait, what?
We're struggling to move on without him. Him filling politics chat with interesting politics.
Wait, how do you know Hollow Build died?
Because one day, very fateful day, he logged in. He went into the platoon, into the training platoon I was running. He's like, "Guys, this is it. It's been a ride, but I'm leaving pigs." And then we executed him for treason.
You're talking about in game.
Yeah, in game.
He's not dead in real life.
No, he's not dead. No, he's not dead in real life.
Oh, what a troll, dude.
Arshee got confused.
Oh no.
Okay, I typed in Hollow Build 500,000 times on my DMs to like,
Oh.
yeah, don't worry, you got me pretty good. I was like, "Where's Hollow Build? Where's Hollow Build? Where's Hollow Build?" I'm like trying to.
I would say something very, very much different if
No
that was the
worries.
case. That's why I said that. Like,
You got me.
It's not
you
a
got me.
serious message to you.
You got me
Not
pretty
a
good.
serious
No,
message.
you got me to a point where there's a member in your outfit that did say something similar, and I thought that was him. I was like, I hope it's not him. I hope it's not him. I was like, please don't let it be him. But yeah,
No.
never mind. That scared the crap out of me. But yeah, sorry. Continue. You have 1 minute. Please express good stuff or things you want to basically.
Okay, sorry.
No
Basically, he just left the outfit, and it was a big thing in pigs. But I do want to give a shout out to my squad leaders, especially Jared and Bragda. Bragda after training, because we did training for 2 hours, for 2 hours before our outfit war starts, and then after training I like log in, and he's still running a training squad, and he has those guys locked up so tight. It was amazing to me because I'd been trying to train these guys, trying to get them to go. He had done it so easily. It just blew my mind. And sadly I wasn't able to bounce between the squads on the actual day, so I wasn't seeing how well everybody was leading. But man, it was his leadership and how everybody just immediately snapped into it just blew my mind. I also want to give a shout out to Crimson Reaper for recruiting me into pigs. I haven't seen him in a long time. I don't know where he went. He just suddenly logged off one day and nobody knew where he went.
He knew that you took
I
over the
hope you're
job,
okay, man.
and he was out.
I really do. Hope you can return to the game one day. Tell us you're all right, that kind of thing. Pale's really looking forward to it.
Awesome.
He's been missing you, so that's
Well,
all I want to say.
love has been sent out there for you, buddy. Hopefully you're not been executed as well. I mean, come on. And let's go to Braggle. All right. Bragda.
No, that's fine. Yeah, appreciate the praise, Steele. Sorry we couldn't get the win for you, but we had fun. We tried. I just looking forward to the next one. As I just had a quick idea about the possibly splitting the different weight classes, I guess is the terminology, but like getting it to where you have the big outfits and the smaller outfits getting a chance. You could have different qualifiers for the big outfits, and then smaller outfits they could categorize themselves as a smaller outfit, and then at that time it locks like the amount of people they can have in the outfit until the end of outfit wars, and then that way they could be in that bracket and stuff. Might be a way to get them a chance to be a part of it. So that's all I had.
Well said. I appreciate it. And
That's not a bad idea.
let's go to Biohawk. Biohawk.
It's all good.
Which one is it? Bio or Bao?
Usually BO works.
Bio.
I get yelled at a lot because people can't figure out what they want to call me.
Well, I mean, the text is so small over there, and I'm not even looking at it. So I'm like, is it Bao? I was like, because I have a small monitor over there.
It's all good.
Go ahead. 1 minute.
New player experience. I mean, nothing new that anybody hasn't said already. I'm really excited to see what happens with Outfit Wars and how we can up the retention for new players. Because you said earlier, 10,000 new players a week leaving. That just makes me sick to my stomach because that's 10,000 kills I could be farming that they're just not there anymore.
You sick. I'm just kidding.
Big shout out to all the leads tonight. I know the prey leads worked their butts off getting organized ahead of time. I know every other outfit probably did the same thing and was sweating this for weeks ahead of time. Do we get into the qualifiers? Are our guys ready? How are we going to set ourselves up for the actual event? So lots of love for everybody out there getting it organized for their squads, getting it organized for the outfits.
Well said. I like that. And let's go over to Lol Razor.
Man, it's a miracle I'm awake right now.
I know. Me too. I didn't go to sleep since it's been over 24 hours now.
I'm not gonna
Yeah, I don't know how you're awake at all.
It's honestly because of you guys. It's not a joke. If you guys didn't exist, I'd be done. If I streamed without physically talking to you guys, I
Stop.
would
Now
be
I'm
dead.
tired and I'm blushing. How do you want me to talk?
No.
Yo, okay.
1 minute. Say whatever you want.
All right. So, since everything about the game has already been said at some point or another, I want to talk about Prey for a minute. There's a lot of confusion about what we are, whether or not we're folding back into SKL after this is all done. And I want to say we're our own outfit. Okay, we're not going anywhere. We're here to stay. We're here to improve. We're here to grow. We're not coming back to SKL. And not to like offend anyone, we shot off for a reason, right? We're our own outfit. We're looking for our own thing. We have our own goals now. Yeah. So let's hold off on the Reddit drama. Let's hold off on the drama in general. We just like having a lot of friends. We'll have a lot of friends here, a lot of friends there, and Emerald is a better place with a lot of friends. You know.
I agree. Well said. I love it. There's going to be drama always on Reddit. That is the. If you guys want to know what Reddit is, since I've spent some time on it, it's a place to go and take a plastic bag and take your and just leave it on the floor, and somebody likes to read it. It's the truth. It's like a place to say, I want someone to hear my, and I don't want to tell my friend that, so I'm just gonna throw it out there, and people like my, and that's that. And there's a zero emotional attachment to it. It's like, imagine you just hear your ex-girlfriend or ex-boyfriend, whichever you have, that just wants to rant. That is the space for it, with no, what is it called? No filter. That is what's Reddit about, in my opinion. I haven't found another place like it. I was very shocked.
That's why my girlfriend left.
Twitter. Twitter's worse. Twitter's
Is it?
objectively worse, dude.
I'm on Twitter, and I don't have a single group of people doing that on my Twitter account. Or people I'm following, I guess.
It's all about the people you surround yourself with, man.
Yeah. It has to be the people I'm following. But I'm saying, like, the Planetside 2 Reddit, I can't really unfollow any of those individuals that are going crazy on it. But it's funny. I meet those people in person. We talk like this. They're great, but then the moment they get to Reddit, they just like diarrhea, massive. I'm like all over the walls. I'm like, what's going on?
They get to hide behind a keyboard.
Yeah, it's interesting. And I'm trying to teach them how to have better communication skills. Let's go to Aspari.
Hello.
How you doing, buddy? 1 minute, go.
Pretty good. I can't relate with everyone being tired. It's barely 7
Oh yeah, you're right.
Not feeling it, guys.
I did 24 hours over plus because it's full text stream and all that other stuff. But go ahead.
I can imagine that's not easy, but look, I at this point I'm just going to be repeating what everyone else has said, so I won't bother. The only points I want to bring up is condensing the times is going to hurt your Aussies. I just want to think people need to keep that in mind. Like, we are on Connery, we would like to stay here. I hope you guys would like to keep us. Past that, honestly, it's just good game. I think everyone enjoyed Outfit Wars. Everyone in every division did really well. And I think that's one important thing to take away from Planetside. It's a very social game, and I think we should keep it that way.
I agree. Well said. And I would want you guys to leave too. You guys are awesome. Mike is not here. Snow Krabby, 1 minute, go.
Am I allowed to talk about anything in family-friendly space?
As long as family friendly, yes.
All right.
Oh my.
Yes.
Someone has to do it.
How does he find all of that?
Gave it to him.
How does? Ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna enjoy getting stimulated at the very end of the night. To let you all know, we're gonna sing shots at the end of it. I can't dance at this hour. It's unreal. Snow Krabby for his 1 minute.
Arshee's going to attempt to dance, and he's going to end up going through the wall.
I was waiting the whole time for this.
Oh, you're amazing, man. I love
waiting
you,
the whole
man.
time.
You're great.
And now you got energy back.
I got so he showed up like it's like shots. Let's go to Judica. No, I can't dance right now. I'll dance if you want to. We could dance all night tonight.
Leave your friends behind.
Don't leave your friends behind. Exactly.
If anyone gets that reference, please tell me.
Of course, it's.
I think there's a good chunk of people over the age that know that one.
Yeah, no, we get that one. If we're allowed to be awake right now, we get that one.
Yeah.
Well, it is 11 a.m. here.
Let's go to Judica, and then we're going to raid a Planetside 2 streamer, and we'll say hi to him for a little bit, make him excited that he's got raided by our community. I'm probably going to let him know I'm leaving as soon as I raid him, but I'll hang out basically for a couple more minutes with you guys here, then I'm going to hit the hay. Judica.
I'm going to keep Arshee up for another 3 hours.
No, you're not.
Arshee, you want a game?
Judica, guys, let's respect him real quick. Judica, thank you so much for your patience. 1 minute, go.
I want to say great work for all the leaders and all the outfits that worked hard to get into this thing and to play. Great work by all the players who played in it. Great work by all the players who helped those outfits qualify and didn't get on that final group to go in and play.
Well said.
Those guys deserve credit as well. A lot of credit to RPG for giving us this game we love to play, and for giving us something like this that drives the community into really reaching out and trying to show what we can do. I also want to say thanks to all the casters who gave us the showcase for all the matches on all the servers. And since I'm at the end, I get to have the final word. Arshee,
Yeah.
go to bed.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that. No joke. All right, let's go ahead and basically raid an individual that. Look at that. Let me in. Oh, wow. He's right here. I was going to raid him. There he is. Apollo PS2. We'll let Apollo PS2 from VKTZ give us 1 minute of his experience, and then we're all going to actually raid this guy on stream because he's on stream right now. I was actually going to raid you right now until I looked at my DM. I'm like, why did Apollo DM me? I'm about to raid you. Apollo, it's 1 minute. Go ahead, tell me about VKTZ, and then I'm going to play this song while I'm raiding you.
We are the most professional outfit on VS Emerald, and we kicked butt. We got third, but we were the... We lost by 12 points. 12 points we lost by.
Dude, it was epic. It was a great match, hands down. Everybody here has been super positive and respectful with each other, and like giving us a chance to hear their perspectives. And I know Apollo from PSA, and that was really fun. And this is from VKTZ.
Yeah, I was the leader of the harasser squad that turned into infantry. That was a ton of fun. We killed so many vanguards, and we made them actually redeploy out of 8 of their vanguards because they were getting so bad.
I don't even know how to turn this off. Can you guys hear that right now? What?
Oh, that's adorable. I love
it. This is hilarious. This is from VKTZ, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna go ahead. We're gonna go ahead and hit PS2. I swear to God, I'm gonna use this link every single time when we're gonna go raid people. This is like the best song of all time. This is so great. Ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna go ahead and head over
That is amazing.
to Apollo PS2. And he's not streaming. Are you streaming? Apollo.
We are the Emperor's chosen.
Why isn't it working? Hold on. What the heck is happening?
Maybe because I had your stream open.
I can watch this all day. Oh no, don't.
There we go. I got it. I had to refresh the browser, and that was awesome. I could just sit there all day listening to that. Like, what? Hey, guys, you have Apollo PS2 right here. This is he's not just from VKTZ. He's been a part of many different communities. Streams PS2, late night. Anytime you guys want somebody to talk to, he does pay attention to chat. He's really good at it now. He also is really good at playing the game. Feel free to check him out. All of you guys in this channel that we just had earlier that showed up, I would love to teach you how to stream. Apollo, if you want to tell him, you did ask me some questions about some streaming, then you picked it up on your own. So I want you guys to know that I will raid you guys. I will support you guys. And there is a channel at the very top called Self Promotions. Use that channel, post your Twitch link, post your Instagram link, share any of those links that you guys want in my Discord. As I get larger as a Twitch streamer, I'm not going to forget about you guys. As long as you join whatever community I've got or involve me in your community, we will hang out. No joke. I don't mind. But if you don't try to post your links in self-promotion, or you don't ask me a question, I promise you I will never be able to help you in my entire life if you don't ask me what you need or what you would like to do or what you want to know. I'm here for you guys. I'm an extrovert. I'm a massive extrovert. I get energy for just talking to you guys. It's honestly I love it. All right, looks like we're basically hitting Apollo right now without me even knowing I actually went there. Apollo,
Daddy.
what happened to your video? What happened to your video?
Daddy.
What happened to Did I raid? I did raid.
You raided.
Okay.
You raided with a party of 110.
Okay. Awesome. Awesome. Let's go ahead.